Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TUSSLE THRIVE Call of Duty Mobile. Indeed, it's Cali Gaming down here with Warden to bring you guys the first day of the league stage, and this is going to be amazing as we have Team Vitality going up against Anthem on our first game of the day. And Warden, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling quite excited here. Great to be back on the Indian region here, Cali, and I'm just more than excited as well to delve in deeper as well on what this region has to offer.
I mean, I agree. And forgive me first for not having my usual setup. I got the ancient chair right beside me, right behind me. It's the ancient chair. It's older than Jurassic period, whatever you may say it, but. Yeah, it's not just Team Vitality that will be playing here for the day. Take a look at our schedule here. We got Vitality and Anthem on our first game of the day. We got Anthem following it up for a back-to-back to go up against Galaxia 5. Then right after that, we got the Felines, who were part of Stage 4, to go up against Rhapsody. And to end the day off, we got a banger of a match with Revenant going up against GLXY. Any matches that you're looking forward to here, Warden?
I mean, I'm more than excited to see what can Rhapsody and Felines offer to one another, and for the side of Revenant and Accelerate as well, I mean, Revenant, they were the players kind of merged as well, coming from majority of the players, if I'm not mistaken, from T-Wob, if I'm not mistaken, Cali. So it's great to be back here for Revenant. I mean, we all know Revenant back in like the early stage of Call of Duty Mobile. They were all around. So with the acquisition of this roster, I do hope that there's going to be like some drastic improvements that we can expect from them here, Cali.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you with that. Okay, so a big shout out to everybody on the chat right now. We got a lot of familiar faces in there. We got Ochin, we got Zorro, as well as Viper in the chat. And seems like Viper is one of those players that we haven't really seen so much play for Team Vitality. Maybe this time he'll be able to play. And as we take a look at our first game's matchup, right, we got Team Vitality. They got Jokos, Solo, Viper, Tectonic, Marvel, and Sams. And highly regarded as one of the, it's not one of the first, but it is the first multinational esports team that we got in Call of Duty Mobile history, right? You got Solo and Tectonic formerly playing for the North American region. You got Marvel, the best player in EU, to join along the Vitality twins with this, which is going to be Jokos and Sams. And topping it all off, you got Viper. That guy is a monster, man.
I guess in regards to like the topic that we got to talk about earlier, Cali, who is not playing for today's lineup? If that was, something that we could possibly talk about, because this whole Team Vitality roster, yes, they have 6 players in total, and for transition to stage 5, you don't really have any choice rather than to like have your complete 5 players, because you can't really have substitutes.
Yeah, agreed. And honestly, I think Viper might just be playing today because Jokos, I think he may be out, right? And hope it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad because I really want to see Jokos play it for today. But nonetheless, we're going to see the Prodigy Viper play today for Team Vitality. And they're going up against, a team that is not just any team, right? This team has proven themselves. Wiz has been a standout last year. He's been able to prove that, and he will just continue to play it great here for this series. And they got Sinachi, Dude, Sundance, and Legacy. They're only a 5-man squad, but they know how to bring in the damages and the rampage within the game. But they're going up against Team Vitality here today. They're going to be the underdogs, and they got to bring their A game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a matter of like, finding the means as well to be on top of the pedestal here in this Indian region, because so far, I mean, I was expecting kind of like a change or a shift as well when Vitality entered into the mixture, but ever since their last few altercations in some tournaments that we have been able to cover, Cali, it always just has been the run here for the set of God. Like, yes, for sure, Vitality surely going to be a contender now, and I do hope that we get to see some more as well. Is it too much to ask for here for Anthem? It's really not, but it's something that everyone is going to be hoping to aim for as come again. The reason why we're here right now is one big reason is godlike, just being able to dominate on the last year's run for the CODM World Championship.
Yeah, if you guys are looking for the godlike team, right, they won't be able to participate here, but they will be part of stage 4, so make sure you stay tuned on that team because they have created a monster team all on their own. And the last time we saw them, they were really able to dominate their last matches a couple of weeks back. But moving forward here, as we take a look at our maps and modes, now we're just going to be looking at it, right? We got Hardpoint APOC, Search and Destroy Firing Range, and Control Raid. Great maps that will look to be very one-sided, especially on that Hardpoint Apocalypse, where after that first hard point, everything will have to be determined by whoever's got that early spawn. So if you do have that, a chance of you taking a money hill, Warden, is just so huge, just what we've seen so far with every map that we played in Hardpoint Apocalypse in the esports scene.
Now, I love the fact as well that we do get forced into search and destroy firing range, not just, you know, because I love this map, because it's been a while since I've been able to cover this map as well, and this is a very ancient map. So rest assured, it's just all going to come down to the mastery that these two teams can offer as well. And last but not the least, at the end, it is going to be control raid. So if it's ever necessary for us to reach the distance, then that is going to be the map that we are going to be playing.
Yep. Now, again, it's going to be Vitality here. They will be banning out Summit and Hacienda. Seems to be that's the maps that they don't really want to play. I mean, for some reason, it's just going to be an interesting take here, but all the more reason why we're going to have to start this game, right? We're heading into a Hardpoint Apocalypse. We don't really know what's going to be happening here, but hopefully the team is prepared to go in for the fights. And yeah, let us know in the comment section who you guys are going to be supporting as we hop into our first series for this one. How about you, Warden? How do you feel this one's going to end up?
I mean, since I don't really have any like history here for the set of Anthem, I'm not really gonna be like calling out any predictions here. The next thing we know, we get kind of like, you know, proven wrong, and all of a sudden this uprising team of Anthem is just gonna be able to like dominate the scene. And we don't exactly know. That might just be the possible narrative. So let us see if that's gonna be the case. Anthem, I got my eyes on you.
All right, so now that's going to be the case, right? So now we're going to be hopping into our first game of the day, and obviously it's going to be Anthem going up against Vitality, and see what's going to be happening as we hop into this matchup right now. And yeah, Warden, take it away.
Here we go. I mean, it's going to be Vitality here on the left side, Anthem on the right, and Vitality does have the better spawns here in regards to like the long-term run for the next set of hills. But obviously, you want to play this one scrappy here before anything else on this P1. Try to accumulate as much points as possible, while in the process retaining the sides here for the set of Vitality. So everything should be starting to click rightfully here for them. Let's see if it's going to be remaining consistent as time passes by.
Oh, whoa. Why is it so drop? Boy, it's everything dropping frames right now. But anyway, all the more reason why we got Solo playing the AR, Marvel's playing the Chicken. By the way, we are playing on the new patch, so Chicken is one of those weapons that can really hurt. So let's see if Marvel's going to be able to do something with that. They find the early control. They get all three members to play on that P1 while also having the setup for next. So they're thinking bigger picture here. If you're Anthem, got to be able to reverse something.
Crazy challenge here is just going to be pretty continuous here for the side of Vitality. A bit of like contestant will be happening here for the side of Anthem, but it's not going to be the most impactful one there is. And unfortunately for them, that second take factor that I did mention earlier in regards to like getting the early rotation doesn't really click in here as well, and it's just going to be a chain here happening for the side of Vitality as we're now going to be transitioning here to hardpoint number 2. All like 5 players here is going to be on the right side of the map. Anthem on the flip side, they're going to be allocating 2 players here to try to wrap around, but they are just failing at it as Tech finds a Predator through the skies, finding the shots to connect as well. And come again, we are seeing no heaving contestment whatsoever here for the set of Anthem.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that, right? 56-5 is gonna be the score line. It's a huge number that we got here. And it hurts even more for Anthem as they are going to be the one spawning deep away from that hard point where we know this P2 is just cancerous, right? Once you start to find your ground in there and you find a solid foothold on it spawns, everything's just gonna turn for worse, Warden.
Yeah, turn for worse indeed, and you know, unfortunately, the game is just too hot for
man, I don't know.
anything that can hold this one up. I mean, madly impressive performance here, first set of Vitality, and we talked about the possible narrative earlier about Anthem that could possibly take this one away from the set of Vitality, but unfortunately, Fairy Tales just remains to be fantasies here, Callie.
Yeah, overseas just going to be working your bounce back, right? If you are Anthem, gotta be able to find something that can allow you to put yourself inside of that point. First comes first. Gotta have to have that good spawns on this P3. You do have that with Vivi as well as Light trying to get that attack for you off the back. Now you're gonna have a multi-angle spawn here. You might just be able to make that flank work and finally score some time. But Solo's going to be in fact with that Odin. He's going to be able to find a couple of more cut downs, just playing the angle correctly to find one more elimination for him. He's got that equalizer pretty much ready up for him to utilize, right? And it's just going to make things more difficult for Anthem just to try to clutch this.
I mean, there's like three things that you want to talk about in Hardpoint, you know, getting that rotation, getting the foothold inside of the hill, and obviously just being able to get the retake as well. And unfortunately here for set of Anthem, they're not really clicking with any of those. They're just getting dominated here by the set of Vitality. But, you know, there is some minor influence that we get to see now. And for the first time around for the set of Hardpoints that we have been able to get on this first round is that finally, Anthem gets that breakthrough here from the back spawns, but with the constant pressure here for Vitality to push up here towards the left side of the map, then that is going to be flipping this one through. And you got to talk about your boy Solo here, dropping 18 so far, carrying and leading the lobby in the eliminations.
Okay, I'm not totally buying this. Solo playing in ARs the first time. This is gonna have to be the first time I see it happen once in a while. But Legacy is gonna try to make that break right through Secret, gonna get himself broken down, and the shutdown is just complete. But Sinachi, they can still work this way through with the help of this War Machine. Just gotta get it to connect, right? It's the first step into trying to break this, and so far, you're gonna be able to find good value on it. Yeah, you take down Samson Solo, you take that 3-piece up against Tech, almost a 4-piece for Sinachi there, but only for a few brief moments that they get to manage to enter inside at that point. They do find that stabilization with the help of this equalizer from Light. That should do it as they look to try to cut these players off through spawns. Nice shots working for them. Viper is going to get caught with the equalizer, and that's going to give them at least 10 points on that P4. But now you're going to have to play it a little bit more perfect, right? Vitality is just now going to be heading back to a very strong P1. They got the better spawn on this hard point. So, got to have to lock it in terms of winning your gunfight if you're Anthem.
Briefly enters the 140-point lead here for the set of Vitality. But this time, though, a better approach here for the set of Anthem. I mean, they are dealing with the constant pressure here instead of the hard point. They are looking to take away Marvel as well off that hop-up with the Chicken. And so far, Marvel is doing such a great job, just being such a nuisance here, making sure that Anthem is having a hard decision whether they want to go for the spawns or want to have that constant pressure inside of the hill. And clearly, that is going to be enough time as well for the rest of the squad of Vitality to get this one through and start racking up the points once more.
Yeah, and again, 174 to 35. You got 25 seconds here. You can give this time up if you're Anthem. This, you just maintain that spawn on that P2. That's where you're going to get most of your points and start that comeback, right? But again, Vivi doing a great job trying to cut through this. Sams and the crew is just trying to play that scrap time on that P1. They're going to get caught down. Nice gunfights. You're winning if you're Anthem at the moment, as you just completely stop the push through Secret. Now you're just going to have to stop the guys coming in from that P1 hardpoint. Vivi is going to have that head glitch. Connection is going to be successful. Now it's just all about who's going to defend that hop-up, right? That will be Sinachi, and Sams will be able to step through it. Now they are going to be able to enter inside with the help of Solo with an equalizer.
Yeah, it's still going to be Anthem here on the back foot as the equalizer comes in here for the set of Solo. Looking like he wants to go on a spree. Sprays down, finds life, finds Legacy as well. Vivi's going to be on top. Might go for the challenge. Annihilator's out, but it's still going to be Solo overpowering them with his equalizer. Hunter Killer Drone is going to get invested as well. And unfortunately, it finds nothing but bricks. But it's not going to matter at all with Anthem getting the back spawns. Vitality, formation-wise, inside of the hill, pretty cohesive.
Oh yeah, I mean, nice shots there. Great hold, though. Nice survivability, though, you just saw there for Anthem, just to try to put themselves in this spot. Viper is just gonna play it scrappy inside. Light just gonna stack it in that point, right? No matter what angle. Just try to put some contest on it, not give any more time here from Vitality. Sinachi's just dropping in that War Machine on the last 8 seconds. Definitely could have been done a lot better if you dropped that operator on this P3, where you really got a chance to score a Monhill, because you were only contesting 10 points on that P2. So now you're gonna have to feel that pain of the pressure that you just allocated, right? You got Vitality now. They will be able to put themselves in that early rotation. Solo with 36 eliminations. Marvel with the SMGs also doing well. They can end it on this P3. Now Legacy just trying to pull themselves in that hard point, but they all get gunned down. Marvel with the 3Ps, and Annihilator is going to be popping off, but they still are not going to be playing inside of that point, right? Nice shots coming in for Anthem to contest that hill, but now the second wave of the operating skills will be invested, and Vitality Tectonic with the 4-piece to win this match, and that will be 250 to 47 on their scoreline.
Yeah, a struggle of a tussle there for the side of Anthem. Barely was able to scratch that 50-point mark, and it's just going to be, well expected here for the side of Vitality. I mean, Spotlight was, never did there for me for Anthem, but we all know exactly what can be the offerment here that, Vitality can do in this set of match. My days. Talk about the accumulation that Solo was able to put up here in regards to elimination. 38, 16, and 8. With only 34 seconds inside of the hill, but you can't really have a lot of window inside of that objective point when you have Tech, Viper, Marvel just hugging it out.
I mean,
down to the team.
Yeah, this is my personal take, right? I feel like Solo is one of those players that's just so adept at playing whatever gun he uses, right? Because I saw him play a KRM, an R9, a Bruin MK9, which is not part of the meta, but somehow he manages to find some success with it. And yeah, the SMG, we just saw him with that Odin here, making life work off of it. And yeah, able to get the top frag, but Tectonic getting the most impact here with 193 points, with Viper with the most time in the hill with 1:38. You really love to see it from them. Nice dominant victory, but gotta give it up to Anthem as well for just keeping up the fight, right? We saw them at least end up with some negative KDs, but they managed to break some of these points, but clearly not enough, right? Something is missing. Those early rotations were pretty much what hurted them on the start. When they lost out on that P2, it was just the start of that snowball. Vitality immediately had a 92 point to start that P3, and yep, it was just GG's for them, Warden.
It's a crazy run here for the side of Solo, though. I mean, 2.375 rate KDA is not a joke at all, but that enough to be said. A Hardpoint Apocalypse is going to go to the hands of Vitality. We move over now to Search and Destroy firing range. I mean, this is going to be one of those game modes as well where you are up against like a Predator and you might just be able to stun them. Search and Destroy is absolutely a toss-up in regards to any teams that would play this one out, but at the same time, you know, Vitality, you hand down Marvel with a scope, he could be the Devastator as well here up against Anthem.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that, right? But honestly, for me, it's just all about, again, staying ready, because firing range will be right up next. And, you know, it is just going to be tough. Very, very tough for them to try to win this in this close range. Gotta utilize the snipers in this one, right? So you're gonna have to be able to shut down a guy like Marvel, who's going to be that deadly sniper. First blood reaper for Vitality on this one.
Very intense, pretty crazy. And I guess like the piece of advice I can really just give out, like for any of the teams that, you know, could try to run down any professional teams out there, is really the proper usage of utilities. I mean, it's very overlooked with like between the gap of amateur and professional teams. If you can hand down and put down your utilities properly, you know, it kind of like avoiding the factors as well for power positions, it might just be the way to go, especially if you want to get a break for any of the bomb sites here, specifically for Search and Destroy firing range.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that, right? I mean, honestly, this map right here, it's built with paper mache, right? Everything's just wall bangable, so if you do not really pay attention to whatever angle you are using, chances of you just going down is just a lot, right? So it's going to be able to be cautious in whatever angle you will be taking, and just hope for the best. And obviously, this is just going to be a 50-50 map. I haven't seen a lot of how do I say it? You know, a lot of repetitions on firing range for a team in Anthem. But one thing for sure, if they can just really stop those first attackers, right, in Marvel and Viper with those snipers, they will look to have a better opportunity to trying to win this.
I couldn't really say as well, like, what are like the keys to victory here up against Vitality. I mean, on paper, this team looks to be a very solid squad here in regards to like any of the game modes. I mean, maybe you can like elaborate about that later on as well as we proceed like progress towards the tournament. But for the time being, you know, gotta take a chill pill, just find a groove as well, and like what could be like the ins and outs there for the side of Vitality. But Anthem, clearly Hardpoint Apocalypse is gonna be a team that would be struggling here for this Hardpoint Apocalypse. Hoping to see some set of a different response as well here for Search and Destroy firing range. But right after this as well, come again, Control Raid. We wish to compare like some sensitive factors here. Once we get to see like the results here for firing range, Search and Destroy, and maybe till then, you know, we can further elaborate as well what can possibly happen here for this Control Raid. But now, you know, game number 2 awaits us. Come again and Search and Destroy, much more of a slower pace. Can Anthem find a break, or is it just going to be Vitality being same old Vitality?
I mean, we're just about to find out, right? We will not let you wait any further. We're going to be hopping into our Search and Destroy. It will be your boys from Legacy I mean, from Legacy Squad, which will be Anthem playing on the defensive side. Again, you gotta stop those first bloods from happening on your end, right? That will help you win those fights.
And first blood here, gonna go to Solo as he finds VV out. Push ensues. Light tries to go for the trade. Sam pushing up here with no hesitation at all. And Anthem is just gonna be collapsing here without putting up any casualties whatsoever. It's now gonna come down to Sinochi. Sundance as well. Sundance pushing up here with an MG42 on this mid map. In the process, Sinochi finds Solo out as well. So they're going to be dropping the numbers down. And they do find another one there down below. But Sam finds the frag with a Fennec in hand. Sinochi has an overview. He finds the kill, but the trade comes in. Marvel shuts down with the first and the last blood.
Okay, it feels so weird to see that this players just kind of changed their snipers up, right? Marvel is supposed to be the first blood Reaper. He's supposed to be the guy with that sniper, but he has an SMG today. A Switchblade, perhaps, on this one. It's Viper that will get the first blood, though, here this time. He takes the nade on his face. I wonder what that tasted like.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I laughed. That was crucial. 3v4. Make it a 3v3. Light finds Sam's out. Getting the Punisher here. Revenge comes in. Anthem here slowly but surely trying to put up a fight. Bomb's going to get planted. It's going to be Tech doing that. Looking like they want to go for a push through here. Sinochi with a sniper, missing his shot. Tech gets overwhelmed, but this guy is a veteran. He deals with it. Finds one in the process. Trade comes in. Push from the mid. Solo goes down. Viper here. Gonna go for the quick trade. Very risky, but finds the frag regardless. It's now gonna be Vitality here, going 2 in a row.
This is that type of guy where you play in rank and just randomly drops a 50 bomb, right? That's Viper for you, and he's just been pretty much lights out last year, and he's really caught the eyes of Team Vitality, and that's why he's been picked up, right? I mean, one of the prodigies that you got here, along with Prevail from Godlike. But yeah, round 3 starts. VV once again with the nade. They're doing great finding the first bloods, or even trading the first bloods, but just gonna learn how to finish it out, right? That last round was pretty close, but not enough for you to win it. Shots for Light connecting. Tech takes the headshot. But Viper there for the trade. Still a doable, winnable gameplay for the side of Anthem. But the bomb will be planted here by Vitality, making this a 3v2 situation.
Yeah, Viper can do anything. Sniper in hand, doesn't matter for him. Marvel on an SMG, not too shabby as well. Now it's going to be VV woo-woos all alone. Marvel finds the kill, going 2 in a row as well. 3 rounds consecutively here for the side of Vitality. I want to ask, actually, Viper is eligible to play for Stage 5, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah. He will be once he turns 18. I don't really know. Chat, let us know if Viper is eligible, right? But first shots for Viper connecting. Nice shot there, taking down Sinochi. And another piece there. Viper takes down Baby. The round is ended in 12 seconds. No freaking way.
What? Viper and Solo. Tandem of the snipers. Marvel, get away from here. We got a new sniper in the house here for the side of Vitality.
Yeah, man. I mean, also Solo. Solo is in the run to give Marvel, you know, a run for his money, right? He might just be taking his place because he scored a double too along with Viper in the last round. Score a 2-piece. That takes a lot of time to really time, right? But bomb is going to be planted here. A side is where the bomb is going to be defended by Vitality. It's all up to Anthem to try to get this. Oh my god! Marvel wins it with the fist fight! Okay, 2v4, Warden.
Pushing up now. VV, Sinochi, all alone here for the side of Anthem, and Solo is going half and half. Finds Sinochi as well. And Vitality, same personality in Hardpoint, just able to dominate the show here, and only a round away from match point.
Man. We saw this team, we saw Vitality at the Stage 4 last Sunday win a map without losing any gunfights, right? But this time, they may lose one, but they have been dropping 7-0s up against teams. And they're looking very hungry to try to prove that they're the S&D team, that, you know, our premier can be comparable to teams like in China, Solo. Nice shot with that scope.
Beautiful.
All down to Sundance to clutch this. Bomb is going to be planted at the A site. A 1v2 for him.
You want to fight? I want to tussle. Or the other way around. Sundance. What can you make out of this MG42? Soul is going to be right there at a very off angle. And he's going to be checking this one through. Checking up now. Pushing up trailers. They have the Crossfire set it up. I mean, you get the initiation here on Viper. Solo can just go for the flank, and he goes down regardless. Viper, 1 HP. Doesn't matter for him now. Last round, accumulated by Vitality. 6 rounds in a row, and only one more round here to win this very match.
Okay, this is a best of 3, right? Not the typical play all 3 maps that you get in Green Master 7. So you lose this match entirely. So it's just going to be tough right now. Legacy gonna have himself a sniper to play with. Stun's gonna be connecting. That will be crucial information for you to push out, and that's an A to take down Sams. All right, let's see more of that, right? They take the first blood, making this a 5v4, a chance for them to win this through the numbers game.
Some teams are pretty dominant on the offensive side and might just be away here for the side of Vitality, but at the same time, you didn't mention that narrative where they have been able to like 7-0 a lot of these teams, so that's not really still the brightest light here for the set of Anthem, but with them finding Sam's already out, that might just be the first step, but it does get pulled back here by the set of Vipers. He finds Legacy as well. Now we're down to a 4v4.
I mean, let's see how they are going to try to take this, right? You're on the attack side. Yeah, you're deciding to try to put that bomb over B. You try to check if there's going to be some turbo systems on that B side, but no, there's not really any chance for that. Viper is going to have the scope here. Marvel has got himself an SMG, so if he can get his timing right on this 1v4 scenario that he's got on this B side and relay, that's going to be huge. Sinachi decides to put that bomb down. Oh no. Oh no! Rian,
are you kidding me?
Or Fake!
Oh, Viper!
Viper with this! Oh man, he spoiled that! He spoiled the execution! That guy was greedy for kills. He wanted the top frag. How dare you?
Well, it's not every day you get to see Viper play out, so he's making the most out of it. But not to be sad, GG's well played, Anthem. They take a staggering donut up against Vitality. And that's going to be the series already 2-0 we go. We're not going to be seeing Control Raid. And coming in, guys, we got 5 series in line here for today, and this is only the first. Coming in now, we look at the post-game breakdown. I mean, on paper, the kills, Sundance Light, VV on 2, Legacy with 1, and only Sinochi was able to really put up a fight. And only till then, I mean, if you have like a direct comparison between him and Viper, there is going to be a 3-kill disparity, and alongside with Solo as well.
I mean, look at that, man. Look at Tectonic, man. 2 and 3. Did not really get a lot of engagements because his teammate keeps picking up a lot of these eliminations. It starts with Viper again. He's been able to take a lot of eliminations. Those first bloods, he had 3 of those to start the game, and it just didn't really help the odds of how Anthem wants to win this match right here. And yeah, you win some, you lose some, right? On this matches right here today, it will be Vitality that will be taking this victory. A quick 2-0 for them, and now they are going to be taking this series and ending up with one more series win in their overall group standing.
I know for a fact Tectonic is happy here, having a 7-0 for the match, but this time on the winning side. And, you know, everything's just going well here for the set of Vitality, Callie.
Yeah, and also, this is just going to be it, right? We're going to be hyping our first game, already said and done. We're going to be having Anthem play back-to-back to go up against Galaxia 5, and that will happen right after this break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TUSSLE THRIVE Call of Duty Mobile India. It's Kelly down here with Martin to bring you guys the second game of the day. And man, how are you feeling, man?
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked up once again, and I do hope that we get to see a bit more of a closer fight here, as the first series went down to like what 250 to 47 and 7-0 in Search and Destroy, obviously led by Team Vitality up against Anthem. But this time, looking like we do get to see a different set of teams here. I mean, we're not looking like to follow the rundown here for the set of schedule. So we do have GLXY up against Revenant. So let's talk about the roster here for GLXY. We got Rogue, Smitty, Prime, Lyric, Kira, and Disparity. I love the name. I love the word.
I mean, Disparity definitely something that was what happened, right, on the first game that we had here for today. Hopefully it's not going to be the case here. GLXY definitely going to be something that they're going to be that teams that will look to try to prove themselves up against an unknown giant in the scene. That will be Revenant, that we will be having in front of your screen at the moment. These guys are the heavy dogs, right? You got AB, Dope, Pro, Random, Master, and Cyro. Master is going to be the most particular guy that you really know is going to make that significant effort to make this team great, right? He's part of that T-Wob team last year, and they were able to push up so much teams to struggle. And if we can do that here, high chance for them to earn some wins today.
Yeah, there was like a certain moment as well where T-Wob was able to really like put up a question mark in the Indian region, whether is this gonna be like the next type of arsenal that Godlike was able to put up last time as well. But clearly they had a bit of a falter, and we're back here, and they're on it for Revenant. I mean, if you guys are like stoked as well to know more about Revenant, keep in mind the old squad of Revenant, it was coached by Coach Image, same coach that was able to backdrive their championship during the run for 2022, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and honestly, Coach Image, I got a lot to say about that guy, right? I mean, Eastern Finals champion, Western Finals champion in 2021, highly decorated, but yeah, there's more to it, right? That we can really unravel. But looking at our maps and modes on this best of 3, again, just gotta have to win 2 maps. We started all off with Hardpoint Standoff, Search and Destroy Takeoff on our first 2 maps, and if we have to decide who's gonna take this win here on this match 2, we're heading into Control, Seaside, and I'm loving how we are able to combine 2 close range maps in Standoff and Seaside, and on that later game, right? On that map number 2, we're gonna have something that will require most of the snipers to do your first bloods for you later on in that takeoff S&D. So yeah, looking forward to who's going to be those playmakers, obviously, for Game 5, because they are the ones, GLXY, right? Because they are the ones that will be the serious underdogs as they go up against a giant in Revenant.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like the storyline here, as far as you get to see like not much of a filterment as well, unlike we get to see like on the greener region, Cali, where the start of the tournament, really when the broadcast ensues, where we get like the top 6 of like the possible best teams in the region. This time we have some underdogs, we have some dominant teams here, and it's only going to be a matter of time where we kind of get to see who is actually the top dogs here. So GLXY, all eyes on you for this. I mean, Revenant, we know exactly what they can offer. They're probably like the strongest suit here is going to be that Hardpoint, specifically as well for Standoff. No, I mean, there's SMGs are pretty promising. Moving over to Search and Destroy Takeoff, that could be a run here for the set of GLXY, but it's something for us to find out later on.
Yeah, obviously. And honestly, man, I would love to know more. What's going to be the scoreline here, do you think? Would it be a 2-1, a 3-0? Let me know, man.
I mean, all I can say is I got Galaxia on 5. I'm kidding.
Wow, no puns intended on that.
It's only a best of 3. So for the sake of thrill, I want GLXY to win this.
All right. I mean, that's how we want to go, right? But I do want to have Revenant actually take this win, right? I feel like they really have a lot to prove here. But again, you're going up against a serious underdog team where they got Rogue and Lyric that just might be able to make those plays for you, right? So let's see if they will be able to make those difference once again as we hop into this matchup right here. In the comment section, if you guys are supporting Revenant and GLXY, let us know down below by commenting their hashtags in there, so for us to see who's got the most supporters as we start our TUSSLE THRIVE Call of Duty Mobile India. Once again, a big shout out to Galaxy News for being our official media partner, and also to Call of Duty Mobile India Discord for giving as an opportunity to have something like this. Again, Warden, we are fighting for 20,000 Indian rupees here, which is going to be a lot, right, to fight for. And not just that, right, to earn also as much as reps as possible for you to hone your skills and absolutely tear apart the competition that you will be playing in the next stages of major gameplay that we are going to be having in the future.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And come again, this is pretty much like a pretty interesting organization here for the set of Revenant. Come again, we talked about coaches earlier. We also had like Palitao coming in as well here for the current active coach here for the set of Revenant. Back in the year for like for the side of Revenant, formerly known as like T-Wob as well back then, they are like one of those teams that are like fillers. They're not really the best, but they're certainly not the worst as well. You put them like up against like average Joes, they can absolutely perform. It's just a matter of like questioning for them whether they can have that stepping stone now that they can like closing up the gap between them and teams like Vitality and Godlike.
What's going to be the attack, right? What's going to be the main point of attack that you're going to do just to put yourself at that top 1%, right? Because obviously you're stuck in that no man's line, right? Exactly at the middle where you're good but not that great, you're good, you're bad but not that worse, right? So obviously it is just going to be making sure that you do a lot of repetitions in the game itself, do a lot of bot works, and improving your accuracy is going to be a big part of that. And not the least, right? The team chemistry is going to be one thing that will make things different here. When you are able to bond as a team, it's just going to be the biggest factor in how you are going to be able to overcome bad moments, as well as how you overcome high pressure scenarios that you're going to be encountering in the game itself, right? Especially in fast maps like Hardpoint and Control, where you're going to need to have everybody all at the same page without taking any breathers because of the non-stop attacks that you're going to get. You're going to have only at least 8 seconds, right? 8 seconds before the next hardpoint to regather yourself. If not, things will just might fall apart, but hopefully not here for them.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Come again, in this midst of this tournament as well. ESL SBS Season 5 of India is already ongoing and already started during like the 14th of this month. And it's gonna mean quite a lot as well for Accelerate if ever they can calibrate more as a squad. Their next matchup for that very tournament in ESL is gonna be up against Godlike. So, hey, Revenant, you have a lot of things on your plate. Let us see if you can, consume every little bit of it. As soon enough, we're about to move over to the first game here. Coming in, guys, is the maps that we are bound to play. Hardpoint standoff here on the first, search and destroy. Take off on the middle, and if it's necessary that we go and reach distance, hopefully we do this time around. It's going to be a bloodthirsty map of Control Seaside.
Yeah, and we're just waiting for the game to start, right? Hopefully you guys are still tuning in. We'll be heading into our map number 1 as soon as we can, when the players will be able to join back into the lobby. We just had a couple of interruptions with our game client, so once we get that fixed up, we're going to be bringing you guys our first game. For the meantime, while we prepare for that to happen, we will be taking a quick break. We will be right back right after this. Welcome back to TUSSLE THRIVE, Call of Duty Mobile India. We entered a bit of a hiccup, but now we are functioning well and ready for us to enter our first map of the day, which will be Hardpoint Standoff. Once again, if you guys are just tuning in, we got your boys from Galaxia 5 to go up against Revenant, which is one of the franchise teams that you got in India, and they are here to try to score a lot more points to prove to themselves that they got what it takes to be at the top here, Warden.
Yeah, let's see if Galaxia 5 can, put up a fire here, or we're going to see like the narrative. We found over for the set of Vitality and Anthem earlier. And looking like finally we are about to start soon enough, just well over like a minute or two before the action ensues here, Cali.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a redo, right? We were supposed to start the game a little bit earlier today, but the problem was that I was not able to connect onto the game. I live all over at Southeast Asia. You guys are over at South Asia, and sometimes you do have that slight hiccups, but we're good now. We're definitely good now. We will be bringing you guys into the action here in Hardpoint Standoff. And yeah, if you guys are just a new player in Call of Duty Mobile, Standoff is one of those OG maps that has had its fair share of moments and a lot of highlights and upsets, not just in Call of Duty Mobile, but also in Call of Duty entirety when it is going to be showcased, right? And we're not going to be prolonging it anymore. We're going to be heading into the game. Let's get it started, Warden. Revenant going up against Galaxia 5. About to go. Let's take it.
Yeah, here we go. Let's come in and see how this one's going to play out. Come again, we are moving over to the map of Standoff Hardpoint. And looking like it is going to be the better response here for the side of Galaxia 5. I mean, the players from the side of Revenant, though, they are going to be barging in much more quicker inside of the hill. Let them get in the first heap of contestment. So that is now going to be Galaxia 5 here on the back foot. 5 points accumulated here. Not much of an effort to be granted or given by the side of Revenant inside of the hill. So it's still going to be somewhat back and forth for this time being. Spawn to finish is not going to be a thing as well. It's just going to be all scrappy here up inside of this hill.
Okay, Random is just going to be able to play that objective pretty much very well, right? But for G5, they can still put themselves in a way for them to contest inside that point and also have someone to play in that next hardpoint rotation, which will be at P2, right? And Lyric is going to be able to make those sprays working for his team. Rogue going to be able to play that last 19 seconds, which is going to be huge. I don't know what's happening here, but Revenant, they just want to give up that P1 at the moment to just earn their way into a position to absolutely crush it on that next hardpoint rotation, which will be at P2. Once again, they're going to have Random to play on the gas station while having iPad Destroyer to play at top blue.
iPad Destroyer. Crazy name here coming in, guys. We do have a bit of a switch up as well in regards to the sense of logos. Rest assured, come again, it is going to be Revenant here on the left side, Galaxia 5 here on the right. And so far, we are seeing that it's now going to be Revenant once more here on the front foot. They do get the contestment as well up inside of this hill. Galaxia 5 on the flip side, though, they might just be able to offer a pinch as well, coming from one towards alleyway. Some as well here pushing over towards main entrance.
Yeah.
But clearly, it's not going to work out. Two waves of pushes here going to get denied by the side of Revenant.
Okay, that's going to be pretty much an essential kill for them to extend that lead even further, right? Random just trying to be able to anticipate some players across the field. War Machine is going to be invested here by Dope, and the point will be able to find an elimination there at least. A couple of more contests will be made here by G5, but all are going to be decimated. Now is the right time for you to be able to make some rotation towards next, which you do have some players in there. That's disparity with the Fennec, able to take down Prod. So now you're going to be able to flip spawns for next. You have your players just early on this rotation, and you pretty much have Revenant just waiting for an opportunity to strike with the help of those smokes, but you got a nice setup that can really counter these attacks, except a random attack there for Random, no pun intended, that just put the spawns right there. And now Prod will be in this hard point to play inside the hill.
Yeah, you can pretty much tell here that Revenant is pretty loose here in regards to the first set of hills, and they're just able to lead the show perhaps. I mean, spawns now are going to be still pretty much the same here. Revenant's still going to be on the back foot for this one, but they're going to be able to put up enough pressure here inside of this hill to get the break now. And it's going to be iPad Destroyer here going on a spree with an R9, a beast on the fate as well with the double. And the bulk of the kills here is just going to be going to the way of Revenant, Galaxia 5. I mean, they have another choice here.
Oh,
can they go for another breakthrough, or are they going to go for the next rotation? And looking like Smitty still has something to say with a purifier in hand, has to put pressure here to get the spawn, the point definition, and looking like he does get the kill. The denial ensues, and Galaxia 5 just getting a bit more breathing room here as we get to see the tail time kick in here for this very hard point.
Yeah, that was a huge scrap time there for G5. That might just put them back in the game here. They got an early rotation on P4. Attacks for Revenant is going to be on one side. Disparity there for the onslaught. Abyss now brings the equalizer inside of the hill, and that's going to be a 3 eliminations for him before getting taken down. It will be an operator dump that you got here for Revenant. They're trying to cut everybody across the map with this. Random with the Annihilator will be able to find one. Rogue will be taken down. G5 will try to break this with the Claw. Invested with the help of that Claw that will be useful for them to enter and find the decimations inside, and they will be successful with it. Rogue finds the last 3 players, and they will be able to get the next 30 here.
That was a really good double trial for the side of Revenant, but Galaxia 5 was able to get a pinch right there coming from the side of Rogue, and that is going to be enough for them to get the hill for just right around like 15 seconds, but Revenant starts to break through once more. And Sponsor going to get flipped away as well, and Galaxia 5 not going to be able to get the best out of the looks here for this last few times inside of this hill. We go back to hardpoint number 1 now with right around a 60-point lead here for the side of Revenant.
That's just going to be a big hill that G5 needs, right? Just one good hard point that can give them a full 60. One money hill is all it takes for them to bounce back into this game. And this P1 is always going to be very scrappy. You as much as really want to have that Granny's in control, as long as you got that, you're going to have the proximal spawn for P2. So you're really taking a bigger picture, but that will be taken down as Broad just removes an opportunity away for G5 for the moment. 125-79 will be the scoreline. Still got the back 30 seconds on this hill. And G5 just really trying to contest with all their mights. Just full stacking this hardpoint with all of their players and just trying to play it like Elevate. But, you know, a nice break there for Revenant, but only to be dismantled by Disparity, who's going to find himself at 3 eliminations. And this scrap time is paying out huge, Warden.
Yeah, not too bad, not too shabby at all here for the side of Galaxia 5. They are actually putting up the fight that, you know, I'm kind of like least expected them to do. And now, move over to transition back to Factory here. That is going to be dope here with a War Machine, but he does get taken away by this side of Disparity. So that is now going to be another stepping foot here for the side of Galaxia 5, but the rest of the players just starts to lose their gunfights. And once more, we get to see the same old situation where it's just going to be Damn here push up towards back alleys while Revenant is going to be waiting for the wave of pushes.
I mean, number 1 in blue, yellow, that's Rogue. With that R9, he's going to be the playmaker. He breaks the point single-handedly to put G5 back in the game. They also got their operators dumped here. This is a potential money hill in the making for Galaxia 5. If they can just win this stack on this gas station, which they do with the help of Lyric and Smitty, they will be able to flush the first wave, but Revenant able to get through it from the top. They need to take down Prod, but they fail to successfully eliminate the target up top, and that's going to make this hardpoint contested. All those operators just fully going to waste if they don't get this guy taken down. He's got himself a claw. He can defend his own. He can win his gunfight. He's got the high ground. And finally, he's going to get eliminated. But he has helped his team buy some time for them to erase any chances for Galaxia 5 to score points on that hard point, while also setting down the tone and getting a tighter setup as we head into P3.
Yeah, rest assured, Lurk is going to be the silent killer here with 26 kills already, leading the squad here for the side of Galaxia 5. In fact, leading the lobby in regards to the eliminations. But the problem that they're going to be lacking here is really the constant pressure here up inside of this hill. And that's where Revenant's just much better at. I mean, later on, we get to see the post-game breakdown. I'm more than confident that pretty much like all of the players here from the side of Revenant is going to be stepping and, you know, just putting a lot of influence inside of the hard point. And clearly, a lot of the trades, a lot of the gunfights now going to be revolving here around for the side of Revenant. A bit of a situation here for the side of Galaxia 5. I mean, they can offer a possible split push here towards this mid-map. Same goes as well for this A-bomb side. They are one step closer here, but they lose the gunfight regardless. So that is now going to be them calling Rendezvous, settling in for the next rotation instead.
Yeah, man, I agree with you on that. And honestly, it's just that, you know, G5 wasn't really able to get a tighter setup there, right? They were trying to play scrap time, and a hard point like P3, you really need to find the flip of the spawns to work for your angle, and also try to put all of your members to at least attack the back and get a lot of those eliminations to favor Yori. That wasn't just really happening for them, but maybe this time on this P4 where they got a much better setup compared to that P3, and they got Rogue just able to find some shots connecting on the boxes, but only to get turned down. So that's going to be a 3-man stack for Revenant coming through the boxes, and they tried to pull this one away in their side. They're going to try to eliminate the players all in one angle, and they will be successful, but they got someone that will be from the other end that will take them down single-handedly, and that will be Lyric with the War Machine. Oh my god, 36 eliminations for him now, and that just managed to put G5 back in the game.
Oh, that's crazy. Crazy run for Lyric. Was able to go on like a 6-3 with a War Machine, converts to with a Hunter Killer drone. He's not stopping at all. Give it up now for Galaxia 5 Lyric. 39 kills, 1 kill away from the 40 bomb. The Predator flies in. He finds no one. Unfortunate, but the damage has been done. And this hill has been won over single-handedly by the side of Lyric.
Oh man, Lyric, like, you know, was able to compose a song on that altercation on that P4. They might just be able to make it back, rep, but they gotta turn it up. This P1 is gonna be huge. Dope has his War Machine invested. That's going to be good for 3, good for 4 perhaps, but Lyric there for the shutdown. He's making the plays here with the Type 19, able to shred it down, but only for a brief moment to enter inside of that point. iPad Destroyer. Oh, he's just good at destroying everybody else apart from that iPad, right? He's just in it with that Spiral, and they can still end this here on this P1. Galaxia 5 needs to find someone to stack inside this hill and just avoid this one in ending, but obviously for a team like Revenant, right, they can just absolutely turn everybody down with their gunfights as they look to be the supreme team on this standoff Hardpoint. They only need 8 more points to win this match, but the contest really does look strong for G5, and they will force another Hardpoint.
Now, I don't exactly know if Galaxia 5 has a coach, but this is a team that a coach would want to, you know, just put some lessons into it because they have the gunfights already. The problem is really the system that they're putting up here, and they're going to be losing once again in regards to the rotation. And now we get to see Hardpoint opens up. Revenant now only 3 points away to get this win, and they're going to be able to close this one out. GG! But Galaxia 5, Rogue still has something to say, but it does quickly get denied by a random with Annihilator. And it's now going to be Revenant finally officially winning this map.
That was close for comfort, though. I mean, G5, the only problem for them, there, Warden, was their P3, right? We saw it. They were able to get a great time on that P2 in the second set, but they kind of lose out big on the Monhill on P3. But looking over at the bounce back that they had when they had a much tighter setup there, Lyric with a P4 setup, he was just able to turn it up and just get so much of the shots to work on their side, right? And that's just really good. Lyric really popped up with the help of that War Machine, right? Reminds me so much of Idra from Garena Master 7, one of the legendary War Machine users in the MSP. And if he continues to pull something like this, man, everybody's got eyes on him.
This guy... If he can remain to be consistent, this might just be the next grossing player here first out of India. For him to be able to put up a lot of kills like that, give it up to him. Thing is, though, if he can translate his game as well in regards to playing around the objective more, he might just be a deadly killer here in this very region. Not to be sad, I mean, Lyric, Rogue, Smitty was able to really put up the show as well. Only Dope was struggling in regards to getting the kills. Only with 1 kill here for the set of Revenant. But the rest lives on here. I mean, it's a total team effort. And quickly, what I said earlier as well is that once we get to see the post-game breakdown, it's safe to say that Revenant will have a lot of the influence inside of the hill coming across from like all 5 players. But that being said, Hardpoint status is going to be won over by Revenant. We move over to Search and Detroit Takeoff up next.
This is one of the slowest Hardpoints that you're gonna have in the map pool. Along with it is Express. I mean, there's just so much angles that you need to take care of here. And you know what? The thing that I hate with Takeoff is there's so much opportunity for you to win a one, you know, to those 2v1s. Right when you think you're going to have the numbers advantage, right when the game just slowly slows down, is where things just kinda gets a little bit more unfair because you don't know what angle you might just get taken down, maybe right through scaffolding, top red or top blue, or maybe just a corner and the generators that it's just, there's just going to be a lot of nooks and crannies on this map that you're really going to have to watch out for. But one thing for sure, if you can get those first bloods, you're going to have to feel pretty confident. So It's just all about letting your snipers do the job there for you to get some informations, get any information, whether if there will be an attack on the left or on the right side, right? So all about getting ready, and once you do have that on the defense, it's just all about trying to reposition, finding those timings, and maybe cutting off those angles that the team will look to try to get.
Yeah, certain elements that you can really totally apply as well for like different maps to search and destroy. But you know, one thing is that here for S&D is that really the gunfights, and you can have a lot of those projections, but if you can't really execute it, it's not really going to go to any way whatsoever. And the problem here for the set of Galaxia 5 is really not the gunfight. It's more about really the decision making once again. So if ever they can work on it in the midst of, you know, this said map, then I still have my hopes high for them. This is completely such a closer series that I'm totally expecting to see compared to what we got to see on the first one. So Galaxia 5, I mean, it's all gonna come down to them and how they can lead the pacing for this one.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, right, welcome to Call of Duty Mobile, Tussle Thrive. We got ourselves 20,000 Indian rupees up for grabs here, so a lot of opportunities to showcase yourself as well to the big dogs in there, and just get a lot of opportunities to, you know, get some popularity down, because there's a lot of teams watching here, a lot of viewers that might just be interested in the way you play. And Lyric just dropped one of the hardest songs that you got there in that P4 Hardpoint standoff. So let's see if he's going to be able to make some difference here this time for Game 5, as they look into trying to play this on a very slow defensive setup, a 1-2-2 split on this round number 1.
Gonna be Lyric actually rocking the scopes here next to Prime, and for the other side here, it's gonna be Prod and Random with the scopes as well. Now for the side of Revenant, they are looking to make a push here on towards this A bomb side. Rogue might just be able to push up with an R9. iPad Destroyer sees him. He's not going to go for the commitment, knowing for a fact he might just get overwhelmed off that R9, but the first flood ensues. And then it's going to be Lyric fighting Prod already. The battle of the scopes, it's going to be Galaxia 5 getting the first laugh, and they're going to find one once more on the feed. 2 in a row for them. Random gets the response as well with 2-1. That's going to be a 4v3 situation here in the push. We'll try to commit here on this B bomb side, but they're dropping the players in the process.
Now, 1 by 1, Abyss has to make something here work for their squad, because they all dropped like flies on that P3. It didn't seem like they were pretty much intent on doing that. They were really falling for the bait that, you know, Game 5 just, or Galaxia 5 just drop on that. Lyric found the first blood, able to find another, taking down the Biz. So it's now all down to Random to make this 1v4 clutch work. He's got the bomb in his hands. He can plant it at the B side, find a cheeky angle to work with, but you need another primary weapon to help you. Just try to sustain your life when it comes to this extra close range engage, because the sniper's not gonna work. This 50 GS might, but not enough fire rate, and if you miss a couple of shots, it's where you really get punished. So now bomb gets planted, you find Smitty, but this parity off the flank gets that shot down, and Galaxia 5 will be able to take the round number 1.
Oh yeah, I can smell a pretty close game here on Search and Destroy. Galaxia 5 is about to be possibly a force to be reckoned with. But come again, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. This is only the first round here. Revenant now. They played ISO on the first. Can we see a bit more of a blitzy play here from them? And looking like they still want to go for the default play, perhaps. Smoke's going to get deployed here instead of Galaxia 5. And I'm appreciating the efforts here so far. A bit of an aggression take here for the side of Galaxia 5 on this mid-map.
Now it's just looking to who's going to pick first, right? I mean, Lyric looks to be an aggressive sniper on the angles he's been taking on this one. His teammate just got shot. Now that's information. He repositions, waiting for a moment to strike. But not enough gunfights for him at the moment. Timing is not just really there for him at all. But Revenant, they look to try to play things a little bit slow. They kind of flashed their players at the A site, but now looking to try to make some attacks working at the B site with Abyss, finding first blood on this meaty.
Oh, Abyss finds one as well from afar. Disparity goes down. Smitty goes down. Dope finds Prime, and Revenant is going to be responding back with a lot of pressure and a lot of force. No Rogue, though. But an R9 checks out, finds one. Can he find a double? Yes, he can. Pulls out. Reset comes in. Prod from the back shuts him down. Now it's going to be Mr. MVP Lyric here all alone in a 1v3. You don't want to play too aggressive up against this guy. He is more than likely and more than capable of clutching this one up if ever the timing is right.
Okay, Lyric, let's see if you can compose a whole verse and drop another bomber here. Something that can do better than not like us, but He's not like us. Yeah, that's it. Revenant will be able to take their first round win. I feel like that's going to be a nice change of pace for them. You saw them just play a little bit slower on that round 2. They were kind of showing an intent on attacking at the A site. Then you saw Galaxia 5 just kind of put some extra players to rotate over that side. But when that happened, immediately they were able to swing on the B side right away. And they took the first blood from Abyss, and they were able to absolutely crush the players holding down the B lane.
Rogue is going to be pushing up pretty deep here towards enemy lines already. Checking up here, not going to be able to find any opportunities. Random finds one, though, that is going to be prime out, giving information now here towards Rogue to go for the commitment here on P4. Prod is going to be watching the back, not going to be going for the commitment. Smitty here, out in the open, he finds a triple, making it 4, one more kill for the A's, but Dope denies.
Oh my god.
It's going to be a 2v1. Rogue up against Dope here, all alone.
Oh,
Looking like he does find himself with no kills right there. Dope finds one. Closing it up now. It's going to be a 1v1 up against Dope. Lyric.
let's see what he can do here. It's going to be pretty slow. I mean, don't run. That's going to give some information. Dope may have heard the info game here. That sound cue might just be it. Lyric. I mean, that's a nice angle to work around. This is insane. An LCAR9 to work with, that can do it. Dope picks the wrong angle, and Lyric with the elimination. And Galaxia 5 able to maintain that lead. And Lyric has been a great part of the round wins that they were able to partake into. Started the first blood on round number 1, followed up with the second, and on this round 3, that 1v1 clutch to ice it.
Man, okay, Lyric decided to run towards staircase, then decided to walk back towards Seaside, and that diverted the attention of Dope to just watch out the staircase. But back to this round, it's gonna be Revenant starting off with a quick double piece here. Smitty and Rogue is out, and Revenant looking like they want to get a respondment here on this very round. And they're going to be putting a bit of a stunner here in regards to the defense for the side of Galaxia 5. Now looking like they want to make a push here on the speed bomb side.
Okay, nice angle step being taken here by Prime, but that's not enough for him, right? Lyric does find random. So one sniper out for Revenant. Dope, on the other hand, they just look to try to push the B side. I mean, this is just a very aggressive take here for Abyss. That's going to be a big mistake. He blindsidedly just rushed the B side without even thinking if there will be some players on the scaffoldings, which there is a player in the scaffolding, and his teammate getting the wrong comms that the area is clear will now go down. That's a nice pick coming in from him. Lyric takes down Dope. Now it's a 2v2. Angles being taken by Lyric. It's just insane! Another one connects, and Abyss falls down. All down to Prod on a 1v2.
This is crazy. Prod, can he pull up? Nate's gonna fly. Unfortunately, he doesn't really cook it.
Oh
Spider
my
might just be able to
gosh.
get it all down, but Lyric goes for the cut. Who is this guy?
Well, I mean, who is he? Is this Viper? I feel like this is Viper, man.
Give me the MVP.
Bro,
Give me the MVP.
he got the MVP on game 1. He scored a huge banger on that, and he's playing a sniper too. But it's just my assumptions, speculations, assumptions, allegedly. But I mean, if this guy is for real, man, we got ourselves a lot of players with a lot of talents in India. Just need that right system that can help them enhance that.
What is this angle? What? He finds one popping up now, going down below. iPad Destroyer is gonna be right there on the right hand corner. One is gonna be random as well on the left side. iPad Destroyer finds Rogue out. Rogue finds one in the process. Dope taking down. And that's gonna be a 4v4 here. Search and Destroy getting played down to the T. Random finds one again. Now we get to see Revenant here. It's gonna be on the front foot for this one. Random is just getting pickoffs after pickoff. That is just crazy.
Oh my
From
god.
the flank we go. Odin, Disparity, finds him down. Prod is out. Now it's going to be a 2v3 here. Advantage for the side of Revenant.
Disparity just going out loose, going berserk, but finally he's going to get himself tamed. Abyss there for the shutdown on 1v2. Can't afford to lose this. You got the numbers game. Smitty's just going to take his time rotating, walking like a goat. The bomb's going to get planted here. Now, where do you want to take the setup if you're Revenant, Red? Because you got one extra player who just lit in past so fast. Oh no, Smitty on the bad position, and Revenant able to take that timing in there to pull themselves back into just a 1-round deficit.
How does a goat walk, Ali?
I mean, 4 legs.
Okay.
It walks like a goat. Have you seen a mountain goat?
No.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, all right, man. Back to the round here. Revenant's going to be on the trail. Final response back with another round there. Just dropping the line by 1, but Product's not moving. Kind of questionable there. But Hyper Destroyer finds the first kill here. I mean, if they're going to continue with this round, at least it's going to be a 4v4. Make it down now. Disparity finds the Hyper Destroyer. Lyric's going to be holding the top set angle once more. And finally, Prod is back in action here. All grounds, all equalized. Come again, it's a 4v4.
Okay, nice shots for Anthem, by the way. That's going to be 6 kills for him on the first 6 rounds. That's 1 kill per round. Interesting facts. Quick maths. Put that plant down. That will be sound cues that Game 5 will have. This party knows. Here's that. Sees that. But Smitty does not cover the front. And Dope is able to get 1 before getting taken down. 2v3 situation with Revenant having to deal with Prime off the back. With a Switchblade, he's got himself no kills so far. He has to make a play here. Gotta do something but random with the Rice read. And it's Smitty, last guy standing. Will be taken down by Prod.
G to the G's, my days. Revenant bouncing back here. Galaxia 5 now. Gonna be put back to a reset. Prime is not gonna be able to get any kills. I mean, he was that guy struggling earlier as well on a Hardpoint. It's kind of unfortunate that he is becoming the it factor in wider offense. It gets closed down, but now we switch the sides. It's going to be the offense here. Ran down by the side of Galaxia 5. Looking like it is going to be Revenant here pretty much real ready as well for the type of engagement. There's no player shot on the A side. Everyone's just going to be playing around this parameter, and everyone is just going to go for a fight. Heavy fight ensues. Back and forth trades, but Smitty doubles it down. Revenant now here left alone with 2 players. Abyss, Prod. Now, what can they make the most out of this? It's a 4v2. Make it a 2v3 now. They do find 1. Disparity is going to be down to the ground. What is this rotation? 2 players going to be falling back. They're going to be playing off the post plant. That's a 2v2. But this angle is just so questionable. But the smoke's going to get deployed. They didn't think about this. They totally didn't think about this.
It's a brain fart. Well, they were expecting number 3 in yellow, number 3 in yellow in Prod. I mean, number 3 in yellow in Smitty to actually guard the fountains, right? But Prod was able to cut him off. And again, the 2-man off the very back was just not it, right? At least send someone to play the generators there just to hear that sound cue and know that the bomb is getting tapped. Just clinical error there to give Revenant their first round lead in the search and destroy. Dope. Nice shots to take down Rogue. One of the key playmakers for G5 already out, and you're just hearing those sound cues as Slide there Prime to finally get himself involved in the fights. That's 2 eliminations for him so far. While you do got the games tied up, you need to find the Lyric to make some plays for you, as you do now have the numbers game here. You can put that bomb down once again. Gotta pick it up first, right exactly where the B side is at. But Abyss finds Prime, making this a 2v2.
Gonna be tough here. Smitty. Gonna try to possibly make a push here to the back. Bomb's gonna get dropped. Revenant is gonna be split apart as well, so they do have this option to go for a crossfire, but the position there for the set of Prod, it could be a dual-edged blade perhaps. I mean, might go well, might be a disaster. He does have a sniper, only has 1 chance to miss out on. Looking like the players of Galaxia 5 is just going to be walking past him. Look at this rotation from the side of Galaxia 5. They've been doing this like round after rounds, and they're just going to be circling all throughout, patrolling every corridor, and Prod from Scaffold finds Lyric down. All going to come down to Smitty now here to clutch it up.
All that rotation for what? To get taken down. You wasted so much time trying to make that rotation. Now you do pick up the bomb, but you don't got much time left. Abyss, where's he at? Oh, he's gonna get turned on. Headshot for him. Almost a 1v1 clutch there for Smitty. But Revenant able to close it up. Nice high ground advantage there for Prod to take that kill and just be 2 rounds away from closing this series.
I mean, I really enjoy Galaxia 5, man. They do like the most random things out there. And, you know, two of those didn't really work out. But, you know, it's nice to see something different once in a while. But Revenant, obviously a much more mature team here. It's just going to be able to outsystem them coming from the last 2 rounds. Now, you move back here with Galaxia 5 now. Looking like they want to play another run of isolation, but it is going to be this A bomb site that is prominently more invaded by them. Player 5, though, Lyric is going to try to find an angle here on P4. A bit of an altercation as well with Hyper Destroyer and Smitty. But it looking like it's going to be Lyric and Prime, the 2 scopes of Galaxia 5, finding the first 2 kills.
I mean, he knows there's a guy here, but just doesn't have the specific location where they do want to take this. The attack is going to be at the A site. Hyper Destroyer needs to destroy somebody on this one. He hears 2. That's 3 players he has to deal with. He's heavily outnumbered. But who cares? He finds the first one. Now immediately gets traded. Revenant now on this flank is dope. I don't think he's spotted here so far. That's 1. Almost a second there, but Smitty was able to spot him. Prod needs to convert the shots. 2 miss.
Oh my god.
And that's going to be bad. But he does find the timing on this rotation, though. He hears the sound cue, finds 1, sees 2!
Wow!
Prod just doing whatever it takes to win this moment and not let this chance for Galaxia 5 to bounce back. Lyric, he knows where Prod is. The rotation game is just on. You only got 18 seconds left, though. You're gonna have to make a play.
Oh, he knows. This should be a kill here for the side of Lyric. Checks up. Getting closer.
Oh my God.
Missing his shots. No way. No way. Lyric, please.
Oh,
Lyric,
no.
please. Why? Trigger discipline? Question mark. Put a period into it as well. You can't afford to miss those type of shots. Come on now.
Playing around your foot too much, man. You're gonna get karma. And Lyric, you know, he was looking at that guy like it was a love at first sight. Things slowed down. And when he popped in, click that trigger. He fumbled. It was a butterfly in his stomach right there. Lyric, man. Come on, man. Don't fumble a body right there. Here we go. It's going to be a 4v5 situation now, Revenant. I mean, I got to tell you, man. That play right there saved them. Only needing 1 more round to end this match right here.
You sounded like Verdict for a moment,
no,
bro.
No. I am not Verdict, dude.
Well, crucial round here for a set of Revenant. If they can put a foothold here and try to get it retagged, until then, this might just be the end. Trace after trace we go. Rogue finds 1. Bees and Random finds 1 as well. Make it a triple. Make it a 4 on the feed. And now last player remaining, Prime. Can you put up the fight? Denial comes in for Random. And Revenant, they win Search and Destroy in the whole series.
Man, what the gameplay for the last 2 rounds for Revenant to finally earn themselves this victory right here. You really love to see those things happen for them, right? And that's just gonna completely seal the game. I feel like Galaxia 5 had the best chance at trying to force a comeback when we had our round number 9. On that 1v1 where Lyric had a great view. That was more than a shoulder that he had there. That's the whole body that he saw right in front of him, but he could not convert the shot. And stuff like that, right? Again, playing your food, that's going to give you a lot of trouble. And Revenant, they will be winning this match right here. 7-3 will be the scoreline. Was pretty close, though. Pretty close.
Yeah, at the same time, man, there's like so many rounds that Galaxia 5 could have won, but it didn't happen all because of like those like crucial mistakes, man. Could have been like +3 perhaps, and we could have seen like a possible run for an overtime. It didn't happen. It is what it is. Galaxia 5, you learn from the best, and enough to be said. That is going to be their series here, said and done. Revenant takes this win now, alongside with Vitality for the first 2 series that we got.
And that will conclude our first 2 games, right? We're going to be having 1 more. We're going to have 2 more right after this. When we come back, we got more amazing Tussle Thrive Call of Duty Mobile action awaiting you guys. ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to let you guys wait any longer. We're going to be hopping into our next game right away, and this will be, Rhapsody going up against Felines, and this is going to be a great match that we are going to have here once again, and we are approaching our second half already, and hopefully this one is going to be a lot more closer, Warden.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of expectations here because, these are two teams that we kind of, have been guessing as well. What are they capable of? What they can do? What kind of gunfights we can see from them? And this is going to be the lineup here for the side of Rhapsody. It's going to be Asman, Cain, Luigi, Prefix, Wasim, and Cravings.
And what are you craving right now, man?
Okay, I was about to say something wrong, bro. Never mind.
Do you know what Luigi is craving right now?
What? Mario?
No. What? No. Mushrooms. He wants to power up. But, Rhapsody is one of those community tournament teams, right? And it all starts here from the grassroots tournament. And you're not going to get the Lurns, the Abyss, the Sams, the Jokos without having a team start at the very ground. And that's going to be Rhapsody, right? They may be pretty new, but if they got the drive to be the best thing, they will be serving some trouble, right? But they will be going up against your boys from Team Felines, who have earned themselves a great opportunity to play at Stage 4. They got Crypt, Karma, Pothead, Olive, and Scav. More particularly known on this team will be Olive and Scav. I'm pretty much familiar to these two players right here because they were able to play in a past tournament I was able to host in the Indian region back in the first quarter of 2024. And let's see if they're going to be able to have what it takes, to really lead this team and pull them through on a grueling best of 3 action today.
Was it India Kalash that you're talking about? Okay, no wonder why they really sound familiar. Yeah. Well, anyways, moving back here to our map vetoes, it's going to be a Hardpoint hacking yard here. Forced into our map number 1. Search and destroy Tunisia, control raid, all staple right now. In regards to advanced feelings to take away Summit and Ashena, while Rhapsody will force out Standoff and Apocalypse. Handing down this pretty ancient map, I must say. I mean, this is not the oldest map there is, but it's one of them.
Yeah, and Hackneyard was part of the map pool back in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it got removed 2023, but now it's back. You're gonna have to feel the pain of the B2 if you don't got those early rotations. Odds of you going down with a lot of deficit is huge, just like your bank account. Let's get it going. It's gonna be Rhapsody going up against Felines. Map number 1, Hackneyard. Let's get it started.
Well, you gotta be so mean about my bank account, Callie. Okay, back inside of this game. Felines here are gonna be on the trail end in regards to the contestment inside of this hill. So Rhapsody, so far, they are gonna be able to get the contestment, and what a shot through the wall. But unfortunately, it's not gonna lead to any accumulation. Just for a moment or so, we might just be able to see another wave here for the side of the Felines, and they do get the break inside of this hill, but great call here for Rhapsody to try to define himself here on the left side of the map.
I don't think that was a wallbang until I saw that shot just pulled off by these players, right? It's just going to be very scrappy inside of this Hardpoint. You got Olive just able to get some shots in there. Doflamingo, goddamn, he's here. I thought he was in one piece. So let's see if it's going to make some difference in here for this team. The moment, it's just, very scrappy Hardpoint number 1, but you have Rhapsody just thinking bigger picture. They got the setup on the next, but that would soon be able to be flipped by Egoistic. So with that takedown up against Wasim, now they're going to be able to find a nice setup on this next Hardpoint where we know is going to be heavily one-sided, just like Apocalypse P2. So if you get the nice setup here, put yourself in graffiti, one player holding top cars, you're going to be able to punish the players late on this rotation, and that will be Rhapsody at this point.
Oh, really good plays here for a set of Felines. Olive. Predator flies in, does find a cut as well with 2 players from the back. So that is going to be surviving. I mean, putting a lot more endurance here for this next wave of gunfights as it's going to be leaving the players of Rhapsody here to just try to make a barrage here on this front lines. And clearly, they don't really have any options anymore. This backside hold here from the side of Felines is just pretty confined and just dictated quite well. Felines now getting a massive lead here up against Rhapsody, and as I thought that they're going to be losing this next set of rotations to P2. They proved me otherwise.
Okay, nice shots, right? I mean, nice shots, right? Here for Felines. It started with Egoistic flipping that spawn on P2, and now they scored themselves a huge Mon Hill, just like that match up against Team Vitality and the team they went up against on that game 1, right? When the game just started to snowball, it was pretty much hard to bounce back, but here in this Hackney Yard, you got plenty of chance to do so. And for Rhapsody, they are able to find the initial spots that you want to hold on this P3 just to score the time, and that will be top green and top yellow. Say needs to be able to find some shots connecting here, but Karma there for the shutdown. EMP system built up, and that will be utilized for them to break it along with the War Machine investment. So that is going to be more than enough for them to absolutely chain that P1 into a P3 hardpoint, and they have turned this thing all lopsided. It's just a one-man show so far on this Hackney Yard hardpoint.
You know for a fact, Scav is that man that you'd want to put the explosive into. He has the Predator, he has the War Machine, and he has the Flak Jacket and the Demolitionist as well. And it's something they don't see quite a lot, but it cleared a lot of impact in regards to that wave of pushes that Rhapsody was trying to put up, and Felines is just breaking loose instead of this game. Ooh. Pushes after pushes, gunfights after gunfights. Still remaining on top as Karma finds a double piece on the feed. He does get taken away, but in return, they get the scrap time. For a moment or so, they do lose it for Rhapsody, but it's only 2 seconds that they lose out on. And we transition to the next hill here. It's going to be them having 2 players up inside of this hill, but finally they do get taken away. The accumulation of kills is enough for them to build up these operators to barge in, hands down. Operators galore here for the side of either team, Scally, on this hill.
Yeah, I mean, nice hold that you got here for Luigi. I mean, you got yourself a War Machine, and with the backup from the Claw there for S-Man, he's going to be able to, put a little bit more points in the bag for Rhapsody so far. 38 to 137 will be the scoreline. It's going to be a huge deficit that you're trailing behind at the moment, but it's all right. If you can change this P3, this P4 into a P5, you're pretty much going to be able to find your way back here, but you do fall down in your gunfights. You give away the 20 seconds. Now you do have a chance of trying to fight for that P5 right up next, which will be Say that you're going to have as your early rotation guy who just magically spawns right beside the Vance in the cop cars. But immediately gets dealt with here. Last 7 seconds of P4, that will be in favor for Felines. They also got that better setup on to next. This is going to be a bloodbath on rotation. If you are Rhapsody, as you're going to be trapped in every angle that you want to take.
166 to 40 here. It's going to be a tough mountain to climb here for the side of Rhapsody. Pretty tall, pretty high here, and looking like it's not going to change at all. I mean, just by looking at the waves of pushes here, and it's looking to be great on paper, but what a connection from Olive off the Sparrow. Direct hit now on top.
Oh my!
And looking like he is still going on a spree with his UL. Going on for some more. Another opportunity granted here. Sprays down, finds another one. This guy is owning the spotlight here for this wave of gunfights. And looking like it doesn't want to stop at all.
Yeah, I mean, just go through it, right? If it ain't broke, just don't gotta fix it. You were able to read the right sponsor so far. Your team is able to punish the parameters. And you have successfully filtered down the spawns of Rhapsody all the way to top green. Predator missile locked in, and that's gonna be another burst of eliminations coming in for Olive, who is on a 5-man, 6-man, is just walking highlights so far. Nobody's able to deal him on his close to mid-range combat, and has earned himself an EMP system. And they can end it on this P1, Warden.
The force here over instead of Felines is just so hard to deal with here. They're growling through the map of Hackney Yard Hardpoint. Rhapsody, what kind of melody can you play in this very set of gunfights? Looking like they are just taking the L from left, right, back, front, center. The contestant comes in. Felines here loses the grasp here inside of this hill. It's going to be a 50-50 point of gunfights. Pinch tries to come in. They get the break now. More than enough time for them to close out the deal. We need to see another contestant here from the side of Rhapsody, but Say doesn't have anything to say aside from going down. 10 more points to claim here for the side of Felines. Rhapsody, are you going to take this one through or force this one to another hard point? And looking like they still don't want to back down.
Yeah, 20 seconds is a lot of time, right, for them to make this play work, but you just kind of get flushed out. Only 5 more points for Felines to win this match. Overextending is Olive and is over. 53 to 250 will be the scoreline. Felines able to get that cooking show working for their side, and they'll be able to take that map number 1 with a solid win. Our second 50-point club, perhaps going to be a tough one for them, right? I mean, it was just really one-sided. The operators just came up pretty huge here for Felines. Olive, no one was able to stop him with that UL, and that's kind of alarming, right? He's able to do so much of the impact for his team with 192 and almost, I mean, that is a 2.0 KD plus higher for Felines Olive. So if he's really playing very well, the team really is successful.
I loved it. I love it a lot. And unfortunately, it's not really looking to be bright light here for the side of, you know, for the side of Rhapsody. Felines just are classing them here on his hardpoint run. And how much more as well as soon enough later on, we're going to move over to Search and Destroy, where gunfights is such a crucial factor. And Rhapsody is just not able to be on par with them. I mean, it's going to be Search and Destroy Tanisha as well. So best believe if this is the momentum that Felines is building up, we can just expect quite a lot of those confidence play coming in.
Absolutely, man. And for Rhapsody, I mean, yes, you may just struggle with the hard points, and that's a lot of new teams' problem, right? I mean, that's a lot of trouble when you are playing hard point, but one thing you can do is you can play it slow in this next coming game that you're going to have, right? Search and Destroy Tanisha will be right up next, where you're going to have to put yourself in a position where you can be unpredictable. Now, Rhapsody's going to be starting on the defensive side for as long as you're able to find the right reads at the right time and just putting yourself to a pretty much a default or a 1-1-3 setup for you to be able to anticipate the pushes coming from the other team. Then you might just be able to go through it, right? But again, gotta worry about this close range engage, just where you kind of lack in this hard point hacking yard, and the reason why you only had 53 points to score up against the Felines. So you need something here to work for your side to win this game.
Let us see. Let us see. Once we move over to the S&D, then first round might just be a dictator as well, how far this one can go. Coming in, Rhapsody on the first set of like fights that we got to see on P1, they were able to win, you know, majority of the fights, and they did get waved away, but fortunately they were able to retain as well the better spawns for P2. But Felines had a really good system in regards to how to get the spawns out in, and ever since then everything just started to snowball there, Cali.
Agreed. And also the problem there was they kept on finding themselves in late rotations, which shouldn't be the case, right? If you're losing so much, you gotta cut that loss, move her towards next, and just try to pull it through, get a much better setup to score 60, and that's something that they need to work on a lot better. Now we're moving into this one. Felines still going to be starting on the attack side for the second time in this best of 3. Let's see how are they gonna try to pull this one on the attack. Rhapsody gonna have to start strong here. Need something to work on this round number 1 to stop the overflow of confidence to follow through from Feline.
This is what I mean here for a set of Feline. I mean, they are pretty confident already and looking like they want to put up a clash here on his A bomb side. I mean, it's going to be a 2-for-2 split as Cav finds himself out already early from the round. But the rest of the players still looking to get a pick off, but Rhapsody is going to be able to win the majority of the gunfights. In fact, everything here. 2v5 now, make it a 1v5, and Rhapsody finds the first round. All right, here we go.
That's nice, right? And definitely great start for them. And they just have to continue to move forward, right? And it starts with the first blood. You saw it for Wasim. He was able to swing on the connectors, take that guy down, immediately a 4v5 advantage for them. Feline decided to really play aggressive, thinking that they will be able to find those straights, but the distance from the players holding shadows as well as the box is just too huge. And they were caught down by the weapons of choice that you got there for Felines, but this time going to be a change of pace there. Scav finds the first blood.
Gonna be huge here for them. Still one player here down below. That is gonna be Asman here for the side of Rhapsody. Look like he does find one for himself. The tries to come in, and Karma finds the kill. Olive pushes up now towards connected with an R9. And enough to be said, Felines going for a barrage play here on his A bomb side, leaving hanging here all alone now in a 1v3 situation. Bomb's gonna get planted by Karma. 40 seconds left. Fight for, and Kain finds one already. Wants to go for the closeout here for Setafine, and Karma on the flip side holding down connector, but Olive is more than enough as well to go for the flank and get the kill, and Felines responds back with their own round.
That's nice, right? A nice bounce back there. Again, it was Cav. They're just finding those shots working for him. Just really got that shot to pull through, and Felines going to be able to win that on the A site. They're going to try to do the same exact thing. This time a bit more aggressive, perhaps. Karma, with that scope, spots the trophy system that should be dropped down. That's information, though, that there's going to be some guys there, so they smoke it out. They're pushing aggressive. Olive takes down Wasim. The push is on, and that's going to be one player on the shadow. That is Assman that will take that 2-piece. No more than that, though. Nice hold of a lifetime there to buy his team an opportunity to win this with Kalen. Getting that attack to go through against Cav. They will even it out. 2v2 situation with Felines planting the bomb at the A side.
Finally, I figured out how to say his name. Kalen.
Kane.
Right.
Is it Kane?
Kane? It's K-A-I-E-N. So I think it's Kane. Was it Kalen? I don't know. Well, we'll find out later on. But for now, he is up to a 2v2 up against Carmen Uguistic. Next to him is going to be the Flamingo, and he.
Bomb defused. Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
And there we go, man. There we go. It is what it is. And that will be, you know, a nice retake there coming in from that squad, right? So now it's just all about who's going to be able to get those shots, right? Let's see what's going to be happening here. And Felines looking pretty solid off the get-go, but a much tighter finish that we just saw there for this team. Doflamingo finds the first blood here. Once again, the connectors attack working for their side. Nice nade there to take down Olive. And Doflamingo with the beatdown finds the double. And Scaff, last left standing in the first 30 seconds.
But a search and destroy is pretty hot, and Rhapsody is showing much more of a different squad here in regards to their impact. Scav, though, with a sniper in hand, so the will round. And looking like he does find one on okay, whatever. All right, just put the spear directly to the skull. Doesn't matter for him. That's a 1v2. Bomb's gonna be right around connector, and looking like the players of Rhapsody gets the call already where he is. I mean, he only has a spear and a tundra, and you can't really do much aside from going aggressive and hoping for the best to close out the distance. But it's not gonna be the best result out there. And now finally we get to see Rhapsody here. It's going to be up by 2 rounds. Let's go.
I mean, just gotta have to do the same exact thing. Have Doflamingo hold the connectors, the zigzags, the Z alley, whatever you call it. He was just able to hold it on his own, finds the 2 kills, and also an assist to help him just decrease the life counts of Feline in the first 30 seconds of the round number 4. But this time, a different approach with the scope. Scav takes down Assman. Karma utilizing those stuns. Yep, that's information. We got some players on that connectors. We gotta check it out later on. Now we're gonna be able to hold it down for a bit. Let's play with a pace. Just let them rotate real quick, and then we can hit them nice with these attacks from Scav. And there we go. It's a 3v5.
Rhapsody now down by the numbers. Karma holding his angle down. Kane is gonna be there just on the slopes. Checking out challenges. Goes down. Rhapsody here. Tremendously down by the numbers for sure. Luigi is still going to be riding around in action, and he is able to find one in the process of Karma going down from Winery. Big challenge here towards Spawn. Luigi still wins the gunfight off the pistol. Scab finds a trade, though. The Flamingo goes for the push, and he does get denied as well. And it's going to be Felines here, back in track, finding a round back for their side.
Yeah, yes, you do win the round, Felines. But why was the bomb holder trying to be the frontman on that gunfight, when in fact the exit was pretty wide open for him to plan and create more pressure for him? Yes, a great win, but that's a great mistake up against this higher tier opponents.
A bit of a wishy-washy here, but looking like it's still gonna be a pusher on this A bomb side. 3-2 split perhaps. It's gonna be a 3-1-1, one towards main, 3 players towards Winery, and 1 player pushing up towards mid here for the side of the Felines. And if the timing is right, this is going to be a hard hold here that Rhapsody has to put up. And looking like it is still going to be a bit of a question. I don't know what bat is used. A nade is used here. 2 weird kills here for the set of the Felines. But it's working out quite well. Bring out the GS. No primary kills whatsoever. Finally, a Fennec comes in. Now it's all going to come down to Kane here to clutch it up now in a 1v3. He finds 1 in the process. Feeling it, Karma gets the trade, and now finally the game is all equalized.
Yeah, 3-3 split there before we move into the next round. And there we go. That's going to be cutting up the case. Felines now will be able to pull through. after, I mean, having a very disruptive first few moments, right? They're able to turn things around. Now they're going to be starting on the defensive side. Rhapsody. The Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's see what's going to happen here. Smokes, but Scav still there for the takedown. That's 2 players getting eliminated. Now it is a 5v3 situation, Luigi.
What is that build?
Yeah, he's got himself an ACOG sight on that.
4x on a DLQ, but it works for him. Why not?
Imagine the clutch.
1v2 now.
Imagine the clutch.
No
it's winnable.
way.
It's winnable. It's a 1v2. He's got 6 kills. Scav loves to troll around, so if he can pick this one through...
Nah.
Yeah. Let's get this clutch going. No way. Karma, you're missing shots. Almost. Close. 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 But no cigar.
Ready up.
I love this region so much. A lot of diversity
Yeah.
for sure. Felines now gonna be on the lead. Give it out now for Scav. Khaled, do you have scabs on your head?
No. Why would I have that, man? Maybe you do. I think you have it. You have it. And you're trying to shift the blame. Okay. Oh my God. Keep away from Warden. It's a hazard material. Hey, anyways. Enough of that. Can we talk about how Scav has just been winning those first bloods after date? I mean, he's got 11 kills. More surprisingly, he's the only player that has 10 kills in the lobby. And he is trolling right now. 4 of which of those eliminations came with the spare.
Scavs is infectious. He's insane. Karma though, missing the first shot quite easily. Second connects. The Flamingo does get the trade. Now Scav here, all eyes on you. You have been able to beat us. Spotman here for this very game. Let us see if you can convert this to a 1v2 win. Bomb's gonna get picked up. Looking like they want to rotate here on the B bomb side perhaps. And looking like actually they spot him out. Asman's gonna be on top. Scav's just gonna be down below. He has a spear. What is this?
What? I don't...
Okay, Feline, okay. I don't know if he's playing around, but there was a better attempt for that clutch.
You saw...
other than that spear.
Yeah. He could have played the distance there. He knew that he has a sniper, right? I mean, instead of just trying to take the challenge head on, he could have just stayed at that red connectors, look over at that top yellow, and could have spotted Asman in there, but just utilize this different angle on it, right? It's just utilize a spare on a 1v2, which does not look good, right? But again, he deals the first blood. How many does he have at the moment if we can keep track of it right now? Most likely more than 5 on this 9 rounds of action that we got so far. We're gonna have that first blood traded though. It's now a 4v4.
Luigi trying to put some shots here towards this mid map on yellow. Scav's gonna be on the other side. Push now here towards main, and Luigi finds Karma out with his DLQ on an ACOG. Now going to be a 4v3 here. Feline's going to be down by the numbers, but looking like they are going to be able to get a proper read as well. Having more players here on this B bomb site, while Rhapsody's doing exactly the same push that, you know, they're hoping to go for. And the trades comes in, 2-for-1 trades, leaving Scav here once more in a clutch situation, a 1v3.
Okay, let's see if they have what it takes to end this, put themselves in the lead. And again, Rhapsody can force a map 3 where they can offset Felines for just trolling around. Scav, last guy standing on a 1v3, spots 1 to Luigi. Now, gonna be forced to the next round. Head glitch attack is not gonna be a problem as Cayenne gets eliminated. It's a 1v1 Asman. Scav looking over it, having great sights. 360, not gonna work. 26 seconds, trying to bait them in. The verse, the fuse will not work. Oh my God! Oh my God! Scav! He clutched that even he had the brain disadvantage! No freaking way!
I am so confused. What's happening here? How did that happen?
What?
We got Scav just memeing around, still clutching to round. 15 kills under his name. Put some respect for this man. Wow.
Bro, take over, man. I'm lost for words.
Same, bro. 3v4,
Oh my gosh.
2v4. Give it up now. Felines about to lose in the round. Okay, Scav.
Another one.
Here we go. Show us. Give us some more.
1v3 this time. Oh, it's the same players! Without
Exactly.
Kayan. This time it's Wasim. Even better. Only 3 kills for Wasim. Timing is right. Oh boy! Assman is down! I repeat, the bomb is dropped as well. And he can just play it through mid. Wasim and the Flamingo. Where do they want to try to take this angle? Scav is running away! He picks up the primary weapon! And that's a Fennec as his secondary. Oh no, Rhapsody, I'm feeling it. You feel it? I'm feeling it, man.
Mama. Scav just killed a man. Put a bullet to his brain. And he's gone. It's a 1v1 situation. The Flamingo. Look at Scav. Another option to go for the clutch.
A tragic Rhapsody is about to happen here. Scav just got the right read on him. 35 seconds left. The Flamingo hops up. Scav almost wins it. Oh, the second does not connect. The third does not either. 26 seconds left. He's got a primary. He can rush this one. The Flamingo needs to plant that bomb. 12 kills for the Flamingo. He can win this gunfights. If we're looking at it, but the head glitch is still not going to be more than enough for the Flamingo to win it. Back-to-back 1v3s for Scav. Oh my god.
But it's not over yet.
Just killed a man, bro. Put a gun against his head.
Pulled
his
trigger. Now
he's
dead.
dead.
No.
Oh my days, Scav. This guy. The best. Really the best that we have seen so far in a search and destroy game. Back-to-back clutches, baby. Let's go.
Oh my god, it was like Uling right there. Uling or Zai, even better Rushi from X-Rock. Man. I mean, now I get it why he's strolling around in the first few rounds. You know, he could do better. He wants a little bit more of a challenge here.
Give up now. Rhapsody. Asman finds Egoistic out. The Flamingo finds Scav. That is the Terminator out. That is going to be some bright light here for the side of Rhapsody. They'll finally put a stop in the momentum of Felines. But hey, Karma, Olive, Scav has been taking this one through. Can you serve the same action? And Karma finds the Flamingo out. It's a 2v4. Job's not yet over, Rhapsody.
Oh my gosh. End this nightmare. End this tragedy. Karma. Olive. On rotation. Kyan finds one huge play. And finally, Rhapsody able to clutch it.
Scaramouche, will you do the flame for Fandango, bro? Rhapsody. I mean, one more round. I mean, do we have overtime activated, Callie?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm down to see an overtime. I want to see more action here for Scav. Here we go. B push here. Coming up from the side of Rhapsody. Felines going to have 3 players here right around the parameter. 1 player on towards the tunnel. 1 player closes up here towards top side. I think he's going to be on the bush. Looking like they are going to be falling back here. Looking like they're not going to get the call that it most likely will be this B push, but the smokes gets dropped. It should be Crypt here. Finding that information locked in. And Crypt finds one down. Looking like he is going to be able to call for a reset. He finds another one, but the Flamingo beats him right to it. And that's going to be a 3v4. Still the numbers advantage here for the side of the Felines. But the Flamingo is still going to go on a roll. He finds another one. Karma finds a trade. Now it's going to be a 3v2. Still numbers disadvantage here for the side of the Rhapsody. But they find Olives down. They find another one down. And Scav is going to be alone. No way. No way. Scav, calm down.
The script is scripting right now. Scav.
Uh-oh.
Dilts that one.
No way.
Whoa.
It's human.
Oh my gosh. I had a heart attack for a bit. But the game doesn't end there. We're moving into overtime. It's not over till it's over. Felines gotta have to get through this. If they can win this, series is over. We're heading into game 4. But if Rhapsody pulls an upset, we're playing map number 3.
Oh, we don't have an overtime, actually. So it's just going to be 1 round. All going to come down to this. Felines now going to be on the offensive side. Rhapsody here, stack up here on his A-bomb side. Scav going to be leading the push here towards mid with a Tundra in hand. And looking like it's still going to be a big old push here on his A-bomb side. And Rhapsody finds the first blood. Luigi finds Scav out. And that is just the entry point that you would want to have if you're on the side of Rhapsody.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be it, right? I mean,
Another kill.
yeah, a potential for this team to win it and get the lead, but Karma finds a 2-piece here, Warden.
Give it up some more. Player 4. Kane's gonna be there from the backside. Karma pushes up, holds his angle down, finds another one. 3 pieces for him. Can he find the 4th? He can't find the kill. 2v2. Trace comes in. Last player towards connector. The Flamingo all alone to clutch it up now to force the game number 3. Crip, egoistic on the side of the Felines. The Flamingo wrapping around towards enemy lines. He wants to make a push either towards main or winery, but the bomb's gonna get planted, and Felines has this crossfire played out. No way in hell that they're gonna lose this round. This should be a quick win for the series.
No, man. The Flamingo, he's got what it takes. Egoistic is still low. Nade will be thrown out. Dude, they got some trophy systems. So,
Oh, no.
almost. Information though for Crip to make this push work, and that is going to be a 2-stack to take the Flamingo out in the overtime. That means it's over. It's over. And just like Jason Tatum said, we did it. We did it.
That was just crazy seeing. I think Felines was expecting there was gonna be overtime anyways. So you know, why not just mess around for a moment? I don't know. But that was too close. Too close for comfort. But with that being said, Felines wins the series. It's now gonna be Rhapsody here out in a goner here for this one. They get chalked away. Moving back here to the statistics in line, accumulated. I mean, Scav dropping 18 kills, but the Flamingo drops 19. Wow.
And yeah, I mean, Scav definitely pulled off something great here, but Doflamingo was really holding his own, right? Every time we saw him on the feed, he was dropping 1, not just 1, but 2 to 3, right? 2 to 3 eliminations per round, and sudden outbursts. And it's just really something that the team really relied heavily on just to make this game very, very close. And now that will come to an end. Right? This game's going to be coming to an end, and it will be our 3rd game finally coming to a close with game 4 coming right up next. That will be Accelerate, as well as your boys from Revenant going up against each other. And that right there, Warden, is going to be good matchup right there. So when we come back, we'll see that match right after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TUSSLE Thrive Call of Duty Mobile India. Now we are down to our final game of the day. Once again, joining you here, it is Cali and Warden. We got a banger of a match ahead of us that will be in store on a best of 3. This is Accelerate going up against Revenant, Warden.
Yeah, it's a blockbuster match. It's a marquee match that we are about to see here, and it's one of the best ways to end off the broadcast for this very day of TUSSLE Thrive Call of Duty Mobile in India. And here we go. We got Revenant once more, which is come again. You know, the squad of Abby, Do, Pro, Random, Master, and Cyro. But come again, we are, just about to see a pretty interesting one here, Cali.
I agree. I mean, honestly, we saw so much gameplays for iPad Destroyer, which happened to be Cyro earlier. So that R9 is going to be beneficial for every close range map that they are going to be playing here today, especially up against a team like, Accelerate, who definitely has what it takes to become one of the next best thing in India. They got Rising Star and Revel. Obviously, you got guys like Vegas and Burns from Team Vitality. If I'm not mistaken, they definitely know how to bring it. And not to mention a guy like Extinct, if he does earn his way into playing this, right, he's gonna be able to put a lot of killing blows in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Extinct is one of those promising players as well. But moving back, we do have a repeat as well in regards to like the map here. We were able to see earlier. It is gonna be Hardpoint standoff. Next up is gonna be Search and Destroy firing range, and on the other side of the spectrum, literally on the other side of the spectrum, because we haven't really seen it all throughout the broadcast, it's going to be the game out of control, and it's going to be the map of Seaside.
And honestly, this Hardpoint standoff is going to be a nice pick once again. You saw it for Revenant. They played it pretty well earlier. They handed a great 100-point club. Accelerate needs to know how to bring it with their SMG line here, or more specifically, they gotta bring it with their shotgun if ever that's the case, because on this kind of map, on that P2, on those P3s where there's going to be close quarter combats, those R9s can just hit 1 to 2 shots and you're just gonna delete those players that easy. So all about getting ready here as we hop into our last game up today. Revenant, Accelerate, ready for best of 3. Let's get it started.
Yeah, let's get it started indeed. Here we go. Accelerate, Revenant. All eyes on you guys. Can you guys give us a good show, or is it going to be a one-sided love affair? Looking like we're going to be starting things off here in this very Hardpoint number 1 with an undefined case, but a lot more pressure here will be coming from the side of Accelerate, and that is going to be them now getting this points locked in for them, while on the flip side, Revenant is going to be pushing up here towards Delhi. They're going to have like 2 players here allocated, maybe 3, 4 players perhaps. While one player is going to try to wrap around here in the process to try to get the spawns locked in as well here for a factory.
Nice shots. Just honestly working there for shots. You look at that. 2-piece for him. Accelerate off to a great start. The first 25 seconds going to be favoring their way. And Shotzi's just been that playmaker for them, right? There's R9 just doing a hell of a job and just finding these eliminations. But off the bat, oh my god, a nice turn on that player. Revenant now finally earning their way into this. Broad swings, and that's going to be a hit. That's the last 10 seconds that they're going to be able to get. And their first few points in this P1. Now it's just all about finding your rotation on to next. That will be on P2. iPad Destroyer, we saw him pull up a lot of eliminations on this P2 earlier on their match. On that match number 2 today. So let's see if they're going to be able to find their way back into this. But Accelerate, man, nice setup for them. Looking pretty ready to win the first wave.
It's going to be 11:44 PM and Revenant come again. They won their first series earlier, but looking like it's not really so promising here right from the start on this matchup against Accelerate. So far, I got to talk about the kills that goes, and Shotzi is be able to put up now, tied up now for 14, make it 15 here. Ghost is going to be able to get his 8th kill for this very run. 30 seconds left on the clock. There is going to be a bit of a spawn flip here happening, and it's going to be in favoring Revenant here for this time being. But the question is, can they actually get the break? Looking like it is still going to be a wishy-washy here for them.
Ghost already built up an EMP system, and that's not looking good, right? I mean, you're giving them so much opportunity to build up as much as core tricks and just make those attacks quicker with their operator skills. They got 2 earned up and ready to go online, heading on to the next hard point. EMP system is going to be locked in. iPad Destroyer needs to hold his own in this next hard point. 7 seconds before it opens up, you find one taking down Revel. Just got to deal with that extra player holding down stairs, and yep, you do find that double And a better setup for you guys at this time, comparing it to the first 2 hard points in this kind of Hardpoint.
Great wave here for the set of Accelerate, though. They are going to go for a split here. One player going to try to make a push here towards this mid-map, but he does get denied. Now there's only going to be 2 players here remaining for the set of Revenant inside of this hill. They got to deal with Sparrow here. Comes from the set of Shotzi. Shotzi going to go for a double arrow, but finds a hit marker on a bees. Vegas tries to push up now with an equalizer, and that is going to be a pretty, you know, 50-50 question in regards to the investment. Is it going to matter? Looking like it is going to be finding the impact that they were hoping for. And that's going to be pushing Revenant here towards the worst spawns on this very hill as they claim the remaining 30. Retaining back the lead here, entering the 100-point mark.
It's just tough because they're giving away so much on that last 30 seconds of that P3. And look at that lead coming from the scraps. That's just huge, and you're gonna have to rely on a full 60 on this P4. Fully investing in equalizer at the prior opening of this P4, but even that, you don't really get much. And it's just tough, right? 36 to 118 is gonna be the scoreline. Easy setup that we saw there for Revenant, but an easier break coming in for Accelerate.
Yeah, Accelerate, just surely accelerating the situation here up against Revenant. And it's going to be an offerman here for the set of Revenant to go for a 3-2 split perhaps. Stinks here is going to be watching here from the back off boxes, but Prod finds a double. Revel holding things down here from farm. Finds one in the process, but he is not going to be able to connect with the rest of the players inside of this hill. It's going to be 4 players now located here for the set of Revenant. Looking like they're on a journey here to claim this remaining 20 points just to try to lower down this gap, but it is still pretty huge. And looking like it is still going to be not so defined here for them as Accelerate gets the break for the tail time.
Oh, nice shots, Ghost. Revenant, I guess that this is an even better shots for them. Now you're going to have Granny's control for P1, but as soon as I say it, they just completely lose control of it. And Vegas now going to be the one holding down the bottom. Granny's swing in a miss, Abyss with the shots. And that's going to be a 3-stack inside of that P1. Opening it though, it's gonna be Accelerate once again, finding those eliminations. I tell you what, Revenant is struggling winning this gunfights. They cannot find any sort of opportunity to enter inside the point and score at least 15 seconds without even losing a gunfight.
Yeah, this is just a bit of a setback here for the set of Revenant. Earlier they had a pretty, you know, easy call up against Galaxia 5, but up against Accelerate, which is a team that they are pretty much, you know, on par with. Not for this night, though. They are just getting overwhelmed by the players of Accelerate. 20 seconds left remaining here. Pinch will try to get offered. Player 3 holding things down, still winning the gunfights. And it's your boy Ghost finally going down. The trade comes in, the break ensues. And finally Revenant getting a bit more time inside of this hill, but they're just losing it over and over. I mean, trades after trades, but the final kill just goes to the side of Accelerate, just giving them a lot more time here against Revenant.
Yeah, Accelerate is just playing it like Elevate, right? It doesn't matter. Let's get the scrap time. Let's just easily get the break inside of the hard point once it opens up. And has been the storyline for this match here so far. Revel will be entering inside of the point and another score. Oh my god! This is just Accelerate's peak form in terms of breaking. That was an easy attack from the back. And that is going to be able to hold it on for the side of Accelerate, looking like the most prime team to get this wins. Ghost gonna have himself some shutdowns. Abyss gotta have to bring out the equalizer. You need this to find a good value to get this last 30 seconds, and there you can talk about a comeback because now you're just still down by 100 points. But if you can erase that deficit, put yourself in a 100-point mark, then you might just be able to chain that P2 into a P3 rotation where it becomes a money hill.
Yeah, still going to go for the contestment up inside of the scrap time, and they claim the 10 seconds, and it doesn't seem a lot, but if you take a look at the score line here, it is going to be 190 and 85, so every bit of scrap time here that Accelerate will be able to capture. It's just going to be a step closer for them to taking this win up against Revenant. Now we get to see once more early rotation here from instead of Accelerate. They got an operator. They got 2 operators well ready for investments, and that's going to be Vegas now here whipping out this equalizer, well ready for the push. The wave ensues. Revenant here dropping like flies off Vegas.
And this is just insane, right? They still got a few more shots from that War Machine. Should it find some value in it? But nice stack here actually for the side of Revenant, right? They did not attack through stairs. They got someone to play over towards the windows of this P3, but even despite the big brain play for them, the attacks are just too quick for them to adapt into. And now it's just going to be some shots working for the side of Accelerate. It is just going to be the perimeter play for Ghost that's just highlighting this cut downs, and even better than that, right? They may just be able to give away that last 15 seconds even more. Just try to set up this next hardpoint at P4 where they might just be able to end it in a potential 100-point club, but not as soon as I say that, right? Revenant will be able to score 100 points. Now they're gonna have to play it perfect from here out, Warden.
102-25 here, only 25 more points to claim here for the set of Accelerate. Hardpoint opens up. It's going to be handed here for the set of Revenant. It's now going to be random, which has to come out huge, but it's Annihilator, but Revel beats him right to it now. And Accelerate gets an opener. They get the clearance, and they push back Revenant here towards boxes, which is something, and which is where you don't exactly want to find yourself into. Split spawn situation. Does it even matter? They're having a hard time getting the contestment inside of this hill, and this should be another run out now for the set of Accelerate. 2 players remaining inside of this hill. Does it matter? Yes, it does. Revenant now putting the numbers inside of this hill. But can they hold it on for dear life? Looking like it is still going to be them. Still going for a fight here. 5 more points to claim here for the set of Accelerate. Can Revenant start and put up the best comeback you could possibly see for this tournament?
Yeah, we need this right here. You got to stack it right now for Prod to find himself a 4 eliminations free. I mean, again, you're going to have to play it perfect. Just 5 points. Those errors. You know, 1 late rotation on the wave is just going to cost you this game. Now, it is going to be Accelerate giving away that last few moments. 5 points away from winning this. Can they end it on this P1? 3 go down for Revenant. Only 2 more to take down. They flushed it out immediately. Extincts with the War Machine. Extends out. Finds these eliminations to cut them all off to end map number 1 with a win for Accelerate. 250 to 130.
G to the G's, well played. Accelerate. Exhilarating match for sure. Just able to take this one through here. Upping the notch up against Revenant. And as we take a look at the post-game breakdown here, Cali, rest assured, a lot of those eliminations just went under the hands of Accelerate.
And it starts with, you know, a guy like Extincts, which was the guy we were highlighting earlier. If he does come into play and work his shots here, he's gonna punish this team with so much of that impact. He scored 192 on it, 42, 22 deaths. Revel had 40 and 24. It was the silent Revel in there. But he's got the second highest kills in the lobby here. So something to watch out for as we put it in deeper into these matchups right here. But honestly, right, I mean, what you really want is for your team to have a great start. You did kind of had that. The operator investments were coming up pretty huge. The War Machine, the Claw, you saw it, how it held down P2 and P3. The Sparrow, more importantly, just held down P4 on the bakeries every time. And that was just the difference maker there, Warden.
I mean, if you take a look at the statistics accumulated, the hill time, the eliminations, I gotta agree with you with what you said on the midst of the game, is that it looks like a team that, you know, bodies the soul of Elevate just by the way that they played off right around from the hard point. But now Search and Destroy firing range with the persona, but the nature that we got to see on that first map there, Cali. How do you feel the Search and Destroy firing range is looking like?
I feel like it's going to be a nice map, especially for Accelerate. I feel like Vegas, I mean, this team, right, with their snipers is going to be doing most of the damage here. And we saw him. I mean, I feel like for Accelerate, this is one of their best maps. So if they can pull up dominant win here up against Revenant, that will be a huge blow in Revenant's face. And Accelerate, you know, this is a team that has got a couple of experienced players that has played at the highest level possible. So they're pretty much stacked and as well as ready to, you know, put themselves in a position to earn a lot of reps and win this match.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I want to see some control seaside, man. I want to see some control run. But with the way things are playing out here, as we thought that it's going to be a marquee match, it's just going to be Accelerate so far, just putting up a dominant force here up against Revenant. Looking like we are about to transition here to game number 2 here, Cali. Search and Destroy firing range now going to be coming up next. And only 5 seconds separates us from the action itself. Revenant here going to be on the defensive side. Offense going to go to Accelerate. here we go. What kind of push can we see here on his first round? Looking like they are going to go for just a default play. Waiting for those pickoffs and at the same time some aggression. And the first blood going to go to Extinct since he finds Dope out.
Okay, that's not exactly how you want to start it if you're Revenant, but you're going to take that if you're Accelerate, where you really want to put yourself into a great spot to initiate, right? When you were able to take down Dope on that trailer already, you gain a bit more mid-map presence for your team and a bit more pressure, so you got the numbers in your favor. So it's just all about getting this bomb planted at that moment. That is going to be the main factor for you to put more pressure on Revenant on this round number 1.
Oh, Random missing the shot. Nate flies in for a beast though, finds Revel out, cancels the bomb plant. And now it's going to be a 4v4, but goes, picks up the bomb and wants to go for the plant. Extincts in the process, finds another kill here for the side of Accelerate. A bit of extension there for a set of Ghosts, gets punished down. Vegas, Shotzi now going to be all alone. Extincts gets taken out as well, a bit of a challenge here for the set of Shotzi. Can't do much. Now going to be a 1v3, off the scope we go. Vegas missing a shot, second shot will not connect as well. Triple shot will be able to find the kill, but iPad Destroyer is going to go for the body shot. Syra, calm down.
No, he had cold fingers there. Mispressed that thing. Give him some slack, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah, man.
Believe me. Promise.
I believe you. I believe you quite a lot. Revenant now going to be on the lead. Accelerate. Let's see what can they do this time around. It's still going to be looking like the same old shape here, just a default play, but a lot more pressure on his A-bomb side. Dope is going to be holding this angle down with an R9. Trade comes in for the set of Ghosts. Finds Extincts in the process. Now going to be a 4v4. It is still a tough call whether they want to go for the commitment, but look at player 1B kind of go for the flank already. This might just come in huge.
I mean, if he can have his teammate distract him for a little bit, that should be able to do it, right? But no, doesn't need that. Just makes the play on his own. Takes down Ghost. Now you have the bomb held hostage at the wood house. Revel does have that information that the guy's there, but he's got the high ground. Abyss with the 2 kills, and they just completely shut off the players without even getting them closer to any of the bomb sites. Nice hold there, especially for Abyss. That flank right there, right? The attack through Woodhouse just immediately cuts off the winning ways there for Accelerate.
Really questionable decisions now here for the set of Accelerate, but this time they want to change the approach here, having much more of a quicker one here on his A-bomb side. This might just be the answer here for them. I mean, they do get the 2 kills here from the side of Trailer, and they do find one isolated as well here towards Americans. Now going to be a 4v3 here with a bomb planted. Really good push here from the side of Accelerate.
Yep, for sure. Now, it seems like Ghost just finds that read, runs in front of Abyss right away on that attack. Just a bit more aggressive there for Revenant. Bomb's going to be down. Also 2v4 situation. Random trying to make the shots work. Ghost. He's going to have himself taken down by Random. The pistol switcheroo works once, but not twice. Accelerate wins that.
Ay. Blitz play coming from the side of Accelerate. Revenant, no response aside from the trades coming in on the latter part of it. And now, can we see the same approach looking like this time around? They want to go for this B bomb side, just leaving player 1 Extincts here to go for the lurk. But looking like they are going to be pulling back off the commitment as well. They might just be able to meet player 5 iPad Destroyer and a P's as well here. B is going to be on a small room. iPad Destroyer, Syro going to be there holding this one down. Trade's going to come in and very unfortunate, but Shotzi knows exactly that he's going to be there, and that is going to be a quick fight for him as well to win off from. And looking like the attention here from set of Revenant is going to be diverted here on his B bomb site, and looking like Accelerate is not going to be able to get that proper call as well. Not expecting Prod to be holding that angle down. He finds the kill. Dozy finds himself out as well. That is now going to be another advantageous life count here for the side of Accelerate.
Nade's going to be tossed out there just for a bit more information if there's going to be some snipers there from Revenant, but seems like there's not going to be a case. Bomb's going to be planted. Random again. Does he find the shot? Oh, he sees that shoulder. Just misses a couple of inches, and now Random with the pistol again. Does not find any of those shots working for him. One of the teammates still dropped though. Prod Does he make the play? It's a 1v2 winnable round for him to pick up, but goes. He picks, he moves, and he removes to tie it all up.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
Accelerate now. Here back in track. 2v2 we go. Now, can we see this B bomb side push happen? Regardless of which way Accelerate wants to go, still got to deal with 2 players each from each bomb side. But this time they want to change things up, and looking like there is going to be now 3 players here right around. But Vegas finds Fraud out already. I mean, Revenant has to find a means to avoid losing these early altercations here, Cal. That has been one big factor in why they've been kind of shaky to win off those rounds.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. 4v5 situation. I mean, Revenant, I mean, they had a great start. I mean, they won the first 2 rounds, just kind of fell flat when you saw a team like Accelerate just decide to become more decisive as a team. And you can see the beatdown here. Oh boy, Abyss is not gonna have a good time, but he can make some highlights though. Not enough for that 2-piece. Random again on another weekend at Birdies. Oh my god! He takes down Vegas with an off angle. Still a hard 1v3 for him to clutch. But can he erase all the impossible moments that he's gonna have to pull off here? 30 seconds left. He's taking too much time working these angles, Warden.
Very tough to deal with. I see he's going to be playing this off angle. Player 4 is all staple, holding down tunnel. It might just be Extinct getting this kill quickly, just like that. And now it's going to be Accelerate here on the front foot, taking back the lead off Revenant. I mean, get the first 2 rounds, we'll get the next 3. So far has been the name here for instead of Accelerate. Can we see a breakthrough play here from them? Can they just come out all confidence? El Fiasco here on this mid-map. Looking like they want to throw the smoke. It's going to go for a 3-2 split here. 2 players on long. 3 players here on the trailer. Dope finds 1, pulls away, has his R9. Could find another one to hit, but the hit marker prevails. And now Accelerate turns the tide all around, gets the bulk of the kills here inside of this push. All left remaining is now going to be them going for the bomb plant, but Sire's going to go for this flank, and timing's right. Might just be able to get 1 or 2 kills here coming from A long.
Can we see him destroy more iPads here? More than iFerg. Oh no! He's not the better iPad destroyer. Ferg is still the GOAT. 2v4 situation now. Random and Prod. All down to you to clutch this. Bomb is still yet to be planted, so you can just take the wrap around. But Shotzi completes the blender. And now press the mix. And now it's 4-2. That's it, man.
Yeah, last round of that first half. Now it's going to be started here on the defense. Revenant, can we see you guys come out huge for this one? Come again. We have a lot of those teams that really just excels more on the defensive side. Would it be Revenant? Bit of a challenge once more here towards the mid-map. It's going to be Prod against Vegas. Missing both of their shots. Chose down the nade. Not going to be able to find anything on top. Looking like it's just much more of an aggressive approach here, specifically for the side of Shotzi, coming from the side of Accelerate. So it's going to be a gamble here for them if they want to get the first blood, and looking like through the wall we go with a Fennec. No way that anyone knew that was possible, but with a Fennec, okay. Gets the first blood. Shotzi goes down. Now it's going to be a 4v5 in favor for the side of Revenant.
Oh my god, man. Okay. That's insane. Shot right there to equalize everything there, though. Vegas takes some pride. Okay, the setup's like a 1-2-1 split at the moment for Revenant. Meanwhile, it's 2-1-2 for the moment for Accelerate, and it's just all about finding that right information for you. Not exactly sure if this is the right attack where you want to put that bomb in, because that's 2 players holding it down for Accelerate. Ghost has got himself an Odin. Very hard to take down here. Dope swings. Oh, the timing! Oh no! Revel finds it 2 kills off the back firing range. Ghost still alive. Vegas there for the trade, and now it's iPad Destroyer last left standing, taking down Extincts. Bomb is still in his hands. He can plant it, dictate where the pace will go, but gotta watch out for Vegas. Oh, he's not dead yet. Tropism is down though. 1v2.
You gotta get the points, bro. You gotta get the trophy. Peeks out. Gonna be able to evade the shot. Now, can offer a double chow. But unfortunately, he just goes for the ego challenge.
Oh my god!
The teabag!
Oh!
The body shots!
I mean, empty the mag. Empty it. You're not allowed to waste any of those bullets.
One more.
Yeah, you double, triple, quadro, penta. Oh my days. Okay. 5
I'd be
and
more
2.
impressed if you can finish the Tundra mag, bro.
Oh, it's gonna take some time.
Whole round of body shots, perhaps. Yep, Accelerate now on the lead, Cali.
Man, RNT, right? You don't expect them to fall like this. You were gonna have to kind of expect that they're gonna have to pull up a bit more decisive attacks, like Accelerate, right? But it hasn't been that case. It's been completely an opposite day here so far. Accelerate. Vegas is 10 kills. Pick and you're gone. Pick and you're gone. Not gonna happen. Revel does take down Dope. Ipa Destroyer holding down this trailer. You need this. Gotta win this. R9 to the face. Even that does not connect. And now the break might just be possible. If Revel can make the break off the back, that will be a multi-angle push, and that might just stop it. Revel coming in from the long A. He sprays it down, and that will be Accelerate. At game point, let them know it. The body shots.
I mean, he did started it. Revenant did start the body shots. I'm not buying no cold fingers anymore, Cali. It's just Accelerate here, heating it up. Flash round to connect with for them to take this win for the series now. Here we go, Revenant, last even push, perhaps. Guys, don't take this win. 3-2 split here, 2 players on trailer. No contestment right there, but Shotzi on the feed finds a double. And now Accelerate collapsing the offense here. Up against Revenant. Vegas finds one. Abyss is there for the trade. But till then, it's going to be a 2v4 here. This might just be the last round here, Cali.
Oh, no. This is going to be tough. It's a hold of a lifetime at P3 Hardpoint. Gonna have to score something huge here. You do have a Fennec and an R9 in hand. Oh, no, a nade connects. And now the push should be happening here. Revel with the pistol. He wins the gunfight. He breaks inside and Shotzi completes the win. Gives Revenant a donut to end the day. Goodbye, my lover.
Aw, Cali.
What?
I'm kidding. Accelerate, taking this win back, and come again. Supposedly a marquee match turned into a disaster here for instead of Revenant. And I mean, I don't know what to say. Just more preparation has to be done here, coming from them. Accelerate, not gonna be giving us an option to find out what's gonna happen on Control C side as they win this one quickly in a 2-0 fashion. A 2-7 standing as well. My oh my! Look at the impact that we got to see here, Cali.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, right? I mean, looking at the first kills as well, it's not even Vegas, that's just scoring a lot of these first bloods, but he ended up with 11 eliminations, so he's that one guy you have to watch out for if you're any other team when you're playing up against them at firing range S&D, and he's going to be the total difference maker there. And yep, that's going to completely do it, Warden. That's going to complete our matches for today, and I'm gonna say I wanted more, man.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we got like what 4 days worth of action here for this very tournament. So hey, rest assured, we're still gonna be able to find out a lot more actions here that will pan out soon enough.
Okay, so that's going to conclude everything, right? Looking at our schedule here, as we have it, right? Vitality won on that first match of the day. Anthem won that match too. Rhapsody, they were able to keep it very close up against Felines, but you saw it earlier today if you were tuning in for a very long time on this broadcast. Felines won 7-6. We were supposed to have an off-stream overtime for it, but Rhapsody were using ban utilities, more specifically a grenade, so that really destroyed their odds of forcing a map number 3, and Felines will be able to take a 2-0 win there. And this one, shockingly, we were expecting to be a map number 3, distance to the wire, right? It's supposed to be down to the wire games, but Accelerate win it 2-0, quick and easy, Warden. Any final thoughts for this one?
Everything was just 2-0s, 2-0s, 2-0s. But with every tournament, this is always has been like the narrative here. Challenge just gets filtered out, so hey, come and find out if ever the we do get to see like much more interesting actions that will be playing out so far. Come again, guys. It was just a well-dominated show here by the side of Vitality, by the side of, you know, Felines, and Accelerate for this one.
And there we go. Our results for the day, all 2-0s. Hopefully we don't get to see more of this. We want to see some hot dogs on the stick tomorrow, where we're going to have more action brought to you here in CODM India, Tussle Thrive. Once again, we got 20,000 Indian rupees on the line here, so make sure you guys stay tuned up until the very end, because we got a lot of talented Indian teams that are trying to compete, and of course trying to get ready as we head into stage 4 and also in stage 5. Once again, this is Cali Gaming down here with Warden. We bid you guys farewell. See you tomorrow, same time. Peace out.